she flutters by. It takes her wind, she takes to the sky. You try to contain her, no need to make her mine. She lays on my shoulder, if only for a tease. Then off to the wind, floating on the breeze. Forever in that moment, she'll be mine. Butterfly. I guess this all things just not yet home. Guess if I love let go. I guess if I love let go. Make sense of this, there ain't no making sense of that. And hoping is just hoping when we don't know where we're at. Want you to run so far, yeah, and fly so free. I've never felt so stuck in between. At the end of the day, just won't you say that you stay? I guess there's some things just not meant to hold. Guess if I love her, let go. Guess if I love you, let you go. Let you go. Let you go. Let you go.
Well, welcome back to Live on Patrol. We got Patrick Scott.
Hello.
We got Joe Miller in the back.
Hello.
Some people said they want Joe to talk louder so they can hear his great voice.
Wow.
But he's busy back there texting his girlfriends, so it's a little tough for him. Hey, we're trying a different phone. Actually, we're trying a Verizon wireless. We don't know if it's going to be better or worse. We also have a scout on our tail looking for someone that might be trying to jam us. So maybe we'll have better luck tonight. We don't know. Right now we are, I don't know, we're using we got the booster in. I was going to try it without it, but we'll keep the booster in. See how it works with it. You just never know. Maybe we are northbound on Rice Street, as a lot of you can tell. So we'll see. Let us know. Hey, send us some comments on Facebook. Pat's going to be looking at them right away to see how this Verizon phone works. We are going to test out a few areas here. Probably not the worst ones right away. We know where the worst ones are. Turns out there's not a lot of towers south of Minnehaha down to the freeway. Did you know that?
I did not know that.
We looked at the tower map and none of them. I'm really surprised how few towers there are in the city of St. Paul proper. I mean, it's kind of stunning. So that area, maybe there's, I don't know, the area near south of 94 there doesn't have many either. So anyhow, Pat, you got a crime summary? You and Joe, you've been working hard on there's a lot of, boy, I'll tell you, I got a picture of that shooting. I sent it to you, right? The one over on Payne Avenue?
Yes.
Our cameras over there caught these two guys shooting at 5:30 in the afternoon yesterday over on Payne Avenue. That was some scary stuff. They had extended magazines they were shooting. One of our young men that we have stopped a couple times on Live on Patrol was actually the intended victim, the target. And we won't mention his name, but we know he watches us on Live on Patrol as well. Thankfully, he didn't get caught shooting back.
Yeah, really.
That wouldn't have been too good either.
And fortunately, he was able to hide behind a parked car and avoid getting shot.
Yeah, and they didn't advance any closer. If they had, if they had run up on him, they probably didn't know if he had a gun either.
So, I'm gonna give you a summary of the shots fired just since Sunday. Now, I'm probably going to be missing a couple from yesterday because, unfortunately, in my rush to get out of the office, I left the full list there.
What were you rushing for?
Never want to keep the boss waiting.
My fault. I think you have an assistant, Joe.
Yeah. And he filled me in very well, but I think I've got a pretty much.
There's a guy on a bike.
Bike.
Bike. I think I heard him yelling. You know what he's saying? Car.
But about 3 this afternoon, a noteworthy incident occurred over at a problem house in the 1300 block Edgerton. Squads tried to stop a suspect, and he tried to ram their squad car.
Oh, yeah.
And fled from them gun in hand. They were able to chase him down and catch him and take him successfully into custody. And they...
I didn't know he had the gun in his hand when he fled.
Yep.
Jesus.
367.
That's some...
467, can you change my call type to a
That's a little funny.
and reference case number
So sometimes we buffer in this spot right here. Let's just see what happens when we get to the top of the hill here. Doesn't look like it's buffering from what I can see on your screen there. Just kind of, jumping a little bit, huh?
Yeah.
95 apartment 5 and welfare check. Secondhand information, the caller heard over phone.
Hard to say. Anyhow, keep going. I think we're...
All right. Now, this is just since Sunday, May 9th, this past Sunday. May 9th, Sunday, 3 a.m., Arlington and Rice. Call of shots fired. Shell casings were recovered. May 10th, Monday.
We're at Arlington and Rice, okay.
Yep. Oh, I'm sorry, I missed one. And then at 5:30 p.m. at 4th and Canard, shots were fired. Shell casings were recovered. Monday the 10th, 7 p.m. in the 400 block of Front, a man was shot at by 2 suspects.
373 negative.
10:30 p.m. that same Monday night, a man's house was shot at with 3 bullets fired through the window.
Yep.
That same night, 11 p.m., 1100 block of Arundel, right by that Maryland market that we're frequently at. Multiple callers reported shots fired and multiple shell casings were recovered. On May 11th, Tuesday at 5 p.m. at Grotto and Thomas, a pretty dramatic shootout was caught on video between the occupants of a car and a man in the street, where they exchanged gunfire with each other.
Well, and you should just mention outside of Willard's, where the backseaters regularly go with us.
Mm-hmm.
So, not in Willard's, but outside of it. Actually, down half a block away. But you've been there with us several times.
And multiple shell casings from two different guns were recovered. An hour later, on Tuesday, 1200 block of Wilson, a female was shot in the stomach while in a car in the parking lot. It was possibly accidental.
She knew the shooter, it sounded like, or
Yeah.
when you're accidentally dead, it doesn't matter, right?
Right. May 12th, Wednesday, 2:48 p.m. in the 1000 block of Cumberland. A young man was shot in the chest and arm. The suspect is known. He escaped at the time and is currently wanted. Same day.
Hang on one
Wednesday.
second.
Northbound 2 minutes ago.
Was there a Tahoe one on that one, Joe?
Yeah, Tahoe.
What was the call? Got to go to the CAD.
Yeah, no,
See, we're training young Joe into having 4 years.
keep in mind there's 6 radios going.
Yeah, I know we're training. You got a priority radio. Pat's got a priority. I got a priority, right?
The original comp. We don't have any other numbers, but I'll
I'm
try.
gonna stay on one here. We'll put this one on 2.
It should be.
A clarification, it might actually sound like an attempted catalytic converter. That one of the males was under the vehicle when Comp got home. 2 agent males in their 20s.
Where's that at?
New Brighton. 566 second.
Catalytic converter tapped up in New Brighton.
All right. We covered 1000 Cumberland. Also on Wednesday, about an hour and 15 minutes later, Johnson Parkway in Minnehaha. The occupants of 2 cars were engaged in a shootout with each other. 8:30 p.m. Wednesday night, 700 block of Sherburne. Man was shot in the stomach in the garage.
277.
Now, I don't have any further circumstances on that one
Yeah.
277.
at all.
With the boss.
902.
Hang on a second.
Accident hit and run on Oakdale Avenue and Morton Street East. See your caller a block into West St. Paul at 240 Curly Street East to report vehicle, trucker vehicle. Saying they didn't have any
And here's the
insurance.
Maryland
Southbound
market we were
Oakdale.
talking about.
Drinking vehicles would be 709 Whiskey Golf Charlie on a Honda Accord. Time delay of 20 minutes.
Foxtrot Juliet Foxtrot 534.
366. 366.
AOA at 1260 Rainier in Dakota County checking the address for a subject on a cuff alert wanted for a felony DINKO violation. So to drive a silver Chevy pickup truck,
Yep.
and may be under the influence of alcohol.
Clear?
Clear.
Okay.
We got to work more often. Yeah. Because I'm not used to the Winstons tonight. We've had a whole week off. We got to start working.
Maybe there's something in his car.
We got to work. No, I mean, I think I would know that because I would have coughed on my way down. So,
Copy, 277.
All right. We got the man shot in the stomach at 8:36 p.m.
hey, by the way, if you haven't shared this video, we'd appreciate it if you would. You know, obviously we have a mission of people getting to know the human side of us, and the more people that see Live on Patrol, we think the better chance of people getting to know us and others. So if you can just hit that share button if you're on Facebook. I don't know how you share it on YouTube. I'm not a YouTube expert, but rumor has it that you can do it.
All right, 9:02 p.m. Wednesday night, a shootout in the 600 block of Farrington. No arrests, no one injured apparently. Half hour later, 700 block of Blair. Multiple shots fired.
You know, I just want to stop you right now. Obviously, I was aware of some of these, but I wasn't aware of all of them. Now I know why the city council doesn't want you to read these. That's some scary stuff
It really is.
Yeah.
when you think about it.
Yep.
Holy mackerel.
Let's see here.
Geez, I don't know. Joe, you're not smoking pot in the back seat,
No,
are
but
you?
I do
Holy
smell the
mackerel.
odor of a herbal substance.
190 Larpenteur Avenue West, Unit 203 on a disturbance for loud TV in the apartment. Ongoing issue.
We are not going to the 190 Larpenter on the loud TV.
Copy.
All right, 700 Blair, about 9:30. There were multiple shots fired.
Pat is gently going to advise this person that their lights are off.
Copy, 266, stay clear. 266,
Hi, how are you? Yeah, you know what? You're going to get much safer to your location with your headlights on.
Oh, I'm so sorry. I'm on my way to work, so
You're putting it working the night shift.
yeah.
Us too.
You go ahead. We'll let you go. You can get ahead of us. Otherwise, you'll feel like you gotta.
Yeah.
You go to work. We just wanted you to know your lights are on.
Okay,
Off.
thank you.
Have a good night.
All right.
Gentlemen, how's it going? Oh, strike team.
Take care.
Stop at Holiday and get some allergy medicine.
I highly recommend Zyrtec.
I took that this morning. I don't know what's going on. I'm going to take another one though. They say larger people need 2.
Yep.
I don't know who is it that says that, but it makes sense to me. I don't know.
Right.
Maybe I'll wait a while and see what happens. I mean, at nighttime all the buds close up, so it does get better.
Yep. All right, I'm going to try and pump through these shots fired here. Try and get this done here real quick, because we're not done yet. Okay, the last one was...
The DOC in Front Avenue and Virginia Street for person jumping out in front of vehicles. They didn't have any other description other than they were wearing shorts. 2129.
We can maybe handle that one. Person wearing shorts jumping in front of vehicles. Joe, I think that's a call for you. We're going to let you handle this one, Joe. Are you good with that?
Yeah.
Tell the guy he's got to put some pants on. Then he can jump in front of vehicles. He'll be jumping.
Bike.
Bike.
All right, so we had about 9:30 p.m. We had the 700 Blair, multiple shots fired. About 3.5 hours later, yesterday morning at 1:16 a.m., Minnehaha and Earl, multiple shots fired, multiple shell casings recovered. 2 minutes later, Como and Chatsworth, shots fired, shell casings recovered. 2:10 a.m., 100 block of Litchfield, a house was shot up, multiple shell casings recovered. And then, Joe, you mentioned a couple that, and I left them at work.
1064 Dale, I believe one casing was recovered. There was an argument, and then when squads arrived, I think no injuries, but there was one casing recovered.
Whoa, there he is.
Hi. What are you jumping in the street for?
I'm not jumping in the street, I'm walking in the street.
Okay, do you mind using the sidewalk or what?
I'm walking the street.
Well, unfortunately, in a couple minutes, there's going to be a bunch of officers
Well,
here.
we don't want that shit.
No, and here's the thing.
Yes, sir. I love y'all motherfuckers.
All right.
You are the best. But, I'm listening.
Well, I'm just saying, if you get out of the street before they get here.
I have, and they got a big ass street that's just low on me. They can swing.
Was there
the ball.
somebody else jumping in the street with you besides? We got to call.
Okay.
We got to call somebody with only a pair of shorts on, and you clearly
No.
got pants on, right?
Yes, sir. And sweats.
1277.
No.
I got a flip flop because my ankle bad. The sidewalk got weird shit in it, and then sometimes I just.
Will the squad to assist in Boston County, 1221 Arundel Street. A single caller reporting shots
Oh,
fired.
we got shots fired.
Dinner,
Get out of the street, though, okay, buddy?
5 to 10 minutes
All right,
ago.
thank you.
The first day they saw several
Just
people
heard some more
outside. Then
just
say
now.
they didn't see anyone.
Well, that's just where we
And
were.
say they didn't know the address as they had just moved there.
So. Hey, if you guys want to slide down to that 1220 run, we'll meet you there. Just shots fired. All right, bye.
No other
Is there Boston copies of shots fired?
She kind of jumped right out at us, didn't
Holy smokes.
she? Wasn't very well.
Got the Grove 754. Have a good night. 2132.
So, I suppose it wouldn't be bad to sneak in the back roads, huh?
Nope.
820.
So we're going to 1220 Run Road. It's the apartment building just north of where we were. I'm sure it wasn't probably fired there. It was across the street, right where we just came from. Pat, we're going to ninja up there and see if we hear anything else.
If the parking lot's empty, we'll know
We'll
that.
get this plate, Joe.
Foxtrot X-Ray Tango 228. FXT 228.
I would write them down. You got to get yourself a notebook.
I do, I got one.
Oh, God bless you. gotta use the radio. Tell them we're here. I bet Sean's here too.
I think they're there.
Single caller for 2 loud bangs to the west, possibly near Dale, but nothing was seen.
Did you hear any gunshots, ma'am?
172.
Did you hear any gunshots? We got a report of gunfire. You didn't hear anything? Okay. Okay, yeah. If you were in, you would hear them. If they were in the parking lot, you would have heard them.
This parking lot?
Yeah.
Off Central, we heard
Thank
one
you.
loud aerial firework. Most likely firework, not shots fired.
Okay.
And we're en route to Regents Hospital. Follow medics. Copy. One loud aerial firework heard in the area. En route to
Colin count is very high at 108.
Well, I was fine before you guys got in the car. I think I'm allergic to one of you
373.
guys.
Can you actually
Let's
put
do
us
this.
with 378?
Let's get Joe out for a while and have him do the foot beat.
Bravo 252, same
See how I
traffic,
feel.
over
And then if I feel better,
Did you have a pet in the car earlier today?
no, I'm not. It's not my car. But what might be is it might be Joe's cologne.
I'll be clear.
Because those back seaters, you put cologne on for those back seaters, didn't you?
I can't confirm or deny that. Maybe.
Hang on, we're gonna say hi to these guys.
Squad 820. 820. You can cancel Central squads. There's enough in this area. We didn't hear. We're not finding anything. Clear device.
How are you?
Squads.
Good, how are you?
820, they've been in the area. Nothing seen or heard.
I think we didn't see anything, but
2135.
so what's the plan tonight?
Whatever you want.
All right. Hang on 1 second. I gotta take Sheriff Hutchinson's call here. See you guys.
See you later.
See ya.
Hello, Sheriff Hutchinson.
Am I on live, Bob?
You are on live. You are on live.
Oh, what did I say then? So, I heard you got some allergies going on.
I don't know what's going on. I was fine until I got these two guys with me. I think Joe's
Don't
put
make fun of the clone just because they're trying to smell cheeky.
Joe's got cologne on for the girls in the back seat.
High karate.
Hi, Karad. I think that's
All
what
right,
it
well,
is.
I just wanted to say, I was watching a little bit with some friends having a little scotch tasting, so I'm ready to go home here soon. So I just want to call and make sure you guys are all safe and sound.
Well, we appreciate that. We love you there, Sheriff Hutch. You're doing a great job over there.
The feeling's mutual.
And so,
Yeah, it was a tough time for law enforcement. We'll get through it, and hopefully common sense prevails in our elected state places. But one thing, Gerlicher retired today from Minneapolis after 32 years, and he said something that kind of struck a chord with me, is saying, in 32 years he's seen things go up and down, but he honestly believes that someday Minneapolis PD will be back to what it was, full strength, but at a maybe a kinder, gentler, more just system. But I think Minneapolis is coming back. I just hope people know to go downtown, go to a Twins game, and we'll have sheriff's deputies down there with transit cops in Minneapolis to keep you all safe. But it's time to get back down there and make downtown become alive.
well, we've said before, we love downtown Minneapolis. It's a jewel of Minnesota. It's got great restaurants and great entertainment. So we want it to come back. I'm optimistic about it coming back. I think I hope Gerlacher lives to see his prediction, but I'm not sure he's going to. So,
Well, I hope he does. And I tell you what, people need to be cognizant of politics locally to Minneapolis. So I hate bringing up politics, but elections do matter. You got to get some of that Flonase. That helps me.
yeah, I don't know if it's my allergies. I think Pat got a cheap pack of Winston's.
You got the stale ones. You got the lights today.
They've been sitting in my door for the last week.
All right, guys,
Don't
be
listen
safe.
to him.
And,
He was going before I lit up.
he's just telling him man his own business, Pat.
Yeah.
All right, boys. Be safe. We'll see y'all later.
Sheriff Hutch, thanks so much. Thanks
Good
a
night.
lot. Thank you. Bye. Bye. So we are going to sit here, going to meet up quickly with one of the council members from City of Little Canada. And we're going to run to the holiday. I think it's the fact. Do you think you spiked this Mountain Dew you got for me? It is a beautiful night out, though. Gorgeous. So far we haven't had any major buffering, huh?
Apparently not.
Well, I maybe spoke too soon. Yeah, we got some buffering on. Well, maybe that was. Is your Facebook buffering?
I can't look right now.
I can.
YouTube looks good. Sitting right here.
Yep. Buffering.
On what? On Facebook? Well, that's okay. That's only 15 seconds there. Looks good now.
Now it's working.
Nice thing is it jumps ahead. I don't know. I don't really know.
We were just told no major buffering. Mike says things are very good.
Yeah, we're just parking around on a run to North of Maryland. I don't know if you're already close. I'm out of the car, so I'm going to just pull behind me.
So it's been pretty steady all day long for calls. We'll see what the night has in store. Trying to get to this shots fired list again. Be patient with me here. And I'm going to get it finished off for you.
267 traffic. 267, go ahead. Rice Street and Sycamore, Foxtrot, Lima, November 544. 62-year-old female. Not just Rice and Sycamore on traffic. And lightheaded. Reference had her second shot yesterday.
All right, so I talked about the 700 block of Blair, multiple shots fired. 4 hours later, yesterday morning, the shootout between the cars. I guess I did cover all of them, and then you added those couple others. And then tonight, right as I was getting into work at the law enforcement center, there were calls of shots fired at they came in from multiple locations because nobody was exactly sure where they were. I thought they were from the area of Payne and Tedesco by Morelli's. But some reported Earl and Minnehaha, and some reported the 700 block East Hyacinth.
We look at 107 clear, change the fireworks fill device.
So it's been a very, very busy week for shots fired.
Female to get out of the house. Female name was given, Aunt Quinette. They gave the address. They're not answering any questions. Phone just disconnected. Third hammer arrived. 2142.
One 172. We'll take this suspicious.
7157 Tango also. 7157.
Copy. Syndicate and Blair for a vehicle in the alley between Blair and Van Buren with a female inside and a group of males outside taking a picture. 2143. Bravo 789 EOT. Bravo 789, okay. 21.
Yeah, eucalyptus oil for allergies. That is very good. Thank you for bringing that up. And we had a auto theft in Shoreview earlier this evening. Keep an eye out for this one, folks, for us. It's a white 2011 GMC Yukon, FZM 719, Foxtrot Zulu Mike 719. Minneapolis has been very busy with carjackings the last few days. We have had a dramatic decrease in them since a number of our carjacking crews were locked up.
I forgot, how many were actually shot during the week for as far as gunshot wound victims? Thankfully, there wasn't many, right?
There was the gal in the car.
Yep.
There was the guy over here on Cumberland.
Yep.
And
yesterday on Payne, nobody was hit, right?
No one was hit. That's darn near miraculous.
Yeah.
That more people weren't actually hit.
Check of a male that was wandering around the property trying to get inside.
Oh, and the man in the garage on what was that, Blair, shot in the stomach. But we don't know the details on that.
Yeah, what's scary is the one on Payne was late afternoon, 5, just before 6, right?
So there would have been a lot of people out.
Yeah.
267.
I think same with the Grotto Thomas shooting. That was same thing.
Clear traffic on the cab.
Daylight,
We'll take that
mid-afternoon.
well for a check. Cancel the squad.
Yeah, I think it was like 5 o'clock.
Yeah. Scary.
Thank you. 21. 272 GOA with 286.
Yeah, those were the
21.
only ones with people actually hit.
263, can you change the location of the call to Robert in Annapolis, please? Copy, Robert in Annapolis, 2146.
No, as far as I know, the guy from the pickup truck, the chase last week that ended up in Vadnais, he has not been apprehended, but it is still under investigation. Okay, someone just mentioned the eucalyptus mint wallflower from Bath and Body Works that helps when sleeping. Is that a plug-in or what's the deal on that? Very interested in that. The sheriff is having a private conversation with one of the council members from Little Canada, who's riding with one of our deputies tonight.
Silver Lake Road, Woodcrest Drive, 2147.
I wish my eyeglasses had a little magnifier on them for a plate that's just out of distance.
Trifocals.
That's what I wear.
Oh.
161.
Transporting an adult female from this location to 23rd and Lindale, Minneapolis.
Copy. 23rd and Lindale.
321 Old Highway 8 Southwest, apartment 303 for a verbal domestic. There is a significant language barrier. 85-year-old comp advising her 50-year-old daughter is in the apartment, refusing to go back to her own apartment. That's heavy. 2149.
Well, Hector, here's the deal. Cops, and that other, what was that, Live PD? Live PD are network shows, and the network makes a decision on whether they air or not. This is a private Facebook feed, and essentially it can't be stopped. I mean, we believe it's serving some very good and showing people the human side of law enforcement, showing people what's going on out in the streets, and showing people the good relationships we actually have in the community. No, we can't really give you a comparison of shots fired between Minneapolis and St. Paul. We don't have the Minneapolis numbers, but needless to say, there are dramatically more in Minneapolis. Dramatically more people shot, dramatically more people killed. Mm-hmm. But for actual numbers, I don't have those available to me.
Sorry about that. You guys, did you keep him entertained for a while?
Oh, Pat sure did.
Oh, Jesus. Just you snoring, the numbers went up, Pat. Sorry about that. I was meeting with a city council member. You know, the sheriff's office represents 7 contract cities. Each have about 5 elected officials, so once in a while you just need to meet, have a little conversation about how things are going. But my apologies. Did we buffer while we were stopped?
Not a bit.
Okay, that's good. That's a good thing. That's a good thing.
Eucalyptus essential oil was recommended for you as well for your allergies.
There's the thing, guys. You heard me when I was out of the car for 5 minutes?
No allergies?
I didn't have any problem. It's you guys. I swear to God, it's Joe's cologne.
Now, I think it's something in this Durango because I start having.
You might be allergic to the Durango.
I start having my cough.
Don't insult my little puppy.
I think it's Rocco.
Rocco's hyperallergenic.
Wow. Is there such a thing?
Let's go for a new record number of viewers tonight. Help us out. You know, some people tell me they watch Blue Bloods until 10 o'clock.
Okay.
Apparently that's on Friday nights at 9.
That would make sense. It's a great show.
Then at 9 o'clock, they switch over to Live on Patrol.
Squad 532.
I would switch over to the news for 10 minutes. So if they switch over to the news, I understand.
For the squad to assist, 438 Dorothy Day, the Catholic Charities. On the progress of
Well, as soon as the news over,
that the male came in with blood all over his face, stating that he was assaulted, but they don't have any further info.
By the way, there's really some terrible television on the weekends.
It's not the best.
Hey, by the way, I want to thank, I didn't mention her name, and I was thinking, you know, one of our benefactors that...
First squad was sent in a box copy on the in-progress assault at Catholic Church.
The Joe actually picked up those gift certificates from Devani's, and we handed some out last week. The woman's name is Betty, and I don't know if Betty's listening, but Dana might be listening. If you please tell Betty thank you so much. We made good use of half of those. We got the other ones in the squad car tonight for people that are in need. We cheered up that Diane girl. We got a mom out there with her daughter playing frisbee at 10 o'clock at night. So she got Mom of the Week award. Practicing playing frisbee. So thank you, Betty A. I won't say your last name, Betty, but Betty A.
Commander Brott gave me 5 boxes of donuts and I left them in my truck.
Well, I knew that he was giving you donuts, but 5 boxes? How are we going to handle? Should we go down and grab those?
Probably wouldn't be a bad idea. I think they'll be very popular at the holiday later.
Yeah, you might be right. We might be cutting into holidays business. What do we got going here? What do we got going?
Car accident?
Something happened, ladies? Something happened?
See if there's something pending.
Are you sure? You're gonna exchange information or what?
Can we report it?
Well, I can have a squad come, but you can also just exchange information. Who's driving which car?
I'm driving this one.
What you should do is take pictures of each other's driver's license, take pictures of the damage, don't walk between that car, and then take pictures of the license plate. If you have insurance cards with you, take pictures of your cards, and make sure but get the license plate, his driver's license.
Yep.
Take pictures. If you can call a squad if anybody's injured, but
You were?
How you doing?
are you guys handling this accident? You gonna handle the accident or what?
Hey, Sheriff, you gotta handle it.
You gotta-
You know, I know you got a lot of experience.
How's it going, guys?
I'm gonna block this street here so
Good.
these cars turn. Yeah, pictures of driver's license, pictures of license plates, pictures of insurance. Oh, here we go. We got a St. Paul squad here. This guy, all right. Hang on.
See you guys.
Thank you.
812.
I'll leave it up to you, but I told them to take pictures of
812.
driver's license. They may just handle it.
We got in the accident at Rice in Milford. 2 vehicles. Some little kidney injuries.
A lot of traffic coming up.
Yeah.
Rice Street.
Copy, 2 vehicle accident at Rice in Milford. No apparent injuries. 2156.
Right smack dab in front of Bourne's. Right?
Yeah.
Did you watch that new movie that's just out on Netflix? Or no, it's on Prime.
Is it going to be Without Remorse?
Yes.
That was on my list. That's number 1 on my list.
It was pretty good.
What's that actor's name? He's really good.
We should know. I'm embarrassed I don't know.
I know.
He was on Jimmy Kimmel the other day last week. Or maybe it was Jimmy Fallon.
No, he played Apollo Creed's son in the boxing movie, right?
Yes. He's very popular.
Yeah, gosh. It's on the tip of my
I
tongue.
got him confused with the Black Panther actor, but that guy passed away, right?
Yeah, he did.
That was terrible.
Horrible.
What do we got there, Joe? You listening to that?
Yeah, Little Canada. Usually get a fight or assault.
Where's it at?
On the Providence, 153 Little Canada.
Okay. Not at a bar?
No,
Okay.
male and a female.
812.
812.
Can I get a squad to stop by with 2 Morgan fans?
What do you want?
Morgan
Plans.
plans.
Is there a squad that can stop by 812 at Rice and Milford with 2 Morgan plans?
So, the law is that
Michael B. Jordan. Thank you.
Okay. If you have over a certain amount of damage, and that changes every year, but you have to make a state accident report.
267, 268,
Obviously,
where are you?
if anybody's injured, you have to make one too. But if it's a small offender bender, you can just exchange information and resolve it, or you can exchange information and
537 Quadro.
and fill out a report later. The officers will sometimes give you a packet. It's called the Morgan Plan, which was really developed for ice storms,
Right.
winter storms, where we didn't have time to take all the reports. We are at the Holiday gas station.
Right-hand turn lane on County Road B. Go southbound here.
Should we go get those donuts?
Sure.
Or maybe we'll just take a trip down Uni first, get them a little later. When the bars, we'll have them for a bar closing, huh?
Sounds good to me.
Not too busy here yet.
No.
Food truck smells good.
It's not a rental bike, is it? No. We're gonna videotape you and put this on YouTube. We're gonna videotape him. We're gonna videotape him and put it on YouTube.
Yeah,
Put it on YouTube. You trying to get a bike into that back of that little car.
What's up, man? How you doing, man?
Good. How are you?
How you doing?
Good to see you.
You remember me, Kobe, man?
Yep. How are you?
How are ya?
Hey, man, how you doing?
Good to see
How
you.
about you?
Hey, dude. Hey, listen, dude. How's Luna doing?
Good.
How's motherfucking Espanol out of the single de baño and fucking pit bull I'm doing downtown?
Good luck with that bike.
Tom states it's an ongoing issue for this unit and that male. He's a black male under 20.
537, we're code 4 with the victim and we're with medics.
Black female under 20.
Copy, code 4 with the victim and with the medics.
We are back to the bars being allowed to be open till 2 a.m. now. Some have chosen not to stay open that late, however. It's individual bar choice.
I kind of like that term. Individual bar choice.
Yeah.
Individual bar choice.
Well, hoping not to jinx it, but so far I'm very optimistic about this new phone.
Well, hey, how's it going?
We have something for you.
All right, we'll pull into the lot here.
266. This will be unfounded with 270. Copy at 2201.
Yeah. Well, you can't stalk me, but you can stalk little Joe. It's like from Bonanza, you know. Pat's Hoss Cartwright. What do we got? Hey, how's it going? Thank you very much.
That car right there is nice. So to tell you guys,
How you doing?
this flag was made in North Carolina.
Hey, sweetie.
And my grandbabies have you guys every week.
Aren't you beautiful? Aren't you beautiful? You guys should get in front of the car so we can see y'all.
Yeah, sure.
So do you guys remember a few months ago we did a shuttle tour So I'm from here. Bob used to patrol my playground when I was a kid. Hung out on our deck.
Bravo 102 VOC. Bravo 102, have a good night. 2203. Bravo 300, same traffic. Bravo 300, have a good night at the same time.
because here we go. Hang on 1 second. Yeah, right. The sound is right there. So tell them where that's from.
Hey guys, that flag is from Crooked Nose Media, Nubbins Ain't Nubbins Media, and Barefoot Confessions Media. Made from a gentleman in North Carolina, shipped to Minnesota for Bob and Pat.
You're going to be a police officer too?
Yeah.
Thomas, come on, Thomas.
Well, we
He's got to
can't
go to
stay
work.
in one place too long because we never know.
Did you see what's going on at the Capitol? They got like a changing of the guard going on down there right now. It's really cool.
Go down there. Thank you. Well, you know, it's National Police Officer Day tomorrow. Yep. Yep. Okay. Let's go.
Robert, Pat.
Well, let's go, Pitt.
He's over here talking that.
I don't like staying at one spot too long.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Well, that was nice. Thanks.
Patrick, our clock has expired. Never a good idea to stay in one spot too long. I just don't like to stay in one spot too long, especially down here.
Trying.
Yeah, that's fine. Thanks, guys.
8196 Airport. F22. 5183 River Code 4 vehicles on occupied.
The lights are off, buddy.
5909.
We're getting a few people trying to track us.
On to the 2975 Park Church, Joe 03.
So tomorrow is official National Police Memorial Day. May 15th every year is the official day to honor all the lost lives in police work. And we had a ceremony at the sheriff's office today for the 4 Ramsey County sheriff deputies that have lost their lives in the history of the department, which 4 is a really good number. And of course St. Paul has what, 20-some?
32, I believe.
32 now. And Pat keeps tabs on other officers on a regular basis. He posted 4 of them that lost their lives this last week, right?
In a 2-day period, 4 police officers around the country were murdered. 2 in Concho County, Texas. 1 in, I believe it was San Luis Obispo, California.
Yeah.
And just in 2 days, 4 officers murdered.
So normally, during this week, we have large ceremonies both at the St. Paul Police Department and at Ramsey County in the state of Minnesota. But because of COVID, all of those ceremonies were canceled. But there still is a state peace officers memorial, which I heard they were doing a changing of the guard down here. I think it was, yeah, they might have already completed all of it.
But this is a pretty spectacular police officers memorial we have.
Yeah. And you'll see some blue lights on the Capitol, thankfully, for honoring or memorializing police officers. So there was we probably should have came down here earlier. But there was several officers that were standing guard. I'm just going to drive through the lot real quick.
The National Peace Officers Memorial Day was originally instituted by President John Kennedy.
2361, we're making contact.
All done?
Copy.
Good. How are you guys? We're live right now. Were you guys standing guard tonight, or you were? Thank you.
Awesome.
All right. Yeah, they kind of canceled the ceremony, huh?
Ceremony's at 5 in the morning.
5 in the morning?
Uh-huh.
Wow.
Yeah, 5 to 7:30, I think.
Really?
Yeah, they're standing guard all day.
Yeah. Usually they have it in the evening, though, right?
Yep.
And then, did they move it? Well, they probably cancel it, and then you decide to have one because COVID is removed. Should put it in the evening again. We might still be awake by 5. I don't know, Pat. What do you think?
Well, we just might be.
We might be awake.
We might still be rolling at 5.
How long are you guys going to be here?
Till 8 in the morning.
We got some boxes of donuts we're going to swing by and bring over for the... How many guys are here?
4 Washco, us 3. That crowd kind of changes. We'll come and go.
Yeah. Well, you guys aren't too young that you don't eat donuts, are you?
I'll eat a donut.
Okay, we'll get a couple boxes of fresh donuts that were donated. We were just going to swing by. Pizza's good, too. You guys agree with me, though, that pineapple has no place on pizza?
Pineapple does not belong on pizza.
Thank you.
God
Thank
bless
you. Okay.
God bless you. Now we know you're real cops. That's good. See you guys. Thanks.
41. The area of 2441 Edgerton Street for ETC. Multiple vehicles speeding both directions. Going 50 to 60
Let's just check with her, see what's going on here.
2163.
How's it going? You guys staying here all night or what? You are.
Oh, that's awesome.
That's good. You do a nice job.
This is trouble looking for a place to happen.
Yeah, well,
you're telling
they
me.
find us.
Right
So
now.
what's the scoop this year? We heard the whole thing was canceled, but there is a ceremony in the morning or something?
Yeah, they're walking all night.
Yep.
And then report time is like 4:30.
Yeah.
And then we're going to try to be out of here by 7.
Oh, you
It's just
are?
mostly so. Well, they didn't know what was happening with the unrest and all.
Right.
So,
Smart.
Just
Smart.
doing it.
Yep. All right. Well, thank you for
And it'll
guarding.
be video, it's
Call,
going to be videotaped for tomorrow night.
if you have any trouble, just call 911. We'll be around, Chaplain.
Thank you.
All right.
We'll need you.
All right.
See you,
Thank you.
ladies.
Thank you. Take
guys.
care.
Thank you.
Well, this is an interesting call on Dayton.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you.
Thank you.
537, case number 097154.
Where are we going, Joe?
Well, dangerous condition on Dayton. The comments are interesting.
You're welcome.
Just read them to us, buddy.
Yeah,
Just
there's a lot of distractions. Lincoln speeding on Dayton ran several stop signs. Driver appeared naked at one time, got out of vehicle to urinate.
Where is the car? Oh, it's a medic behind us. Let's go get those donuts, huh? We can leave them with these guys standing guard.
That's good. And we can get a shot of the front of that memorial, too.
Yeah, just pull right in there. I was thinking about it, but we'll. I gotta say, Joe, that's the first time I've ever heard of a guy speeding and stopping suddenly to take a pee.
Yeah, naked.
We're going back to the office. It's only a couple blocks away, so it won't take long. We're going to grab those. We got some donated boxes of donuts. Is it from Mr. Donut? Remind me.
I can't.
It'll say on it, right? So we can give him credit.
It doesn't. I'll find out.
Text Eric.
I'll find
make
out.
Sure we're. Anyhow, all week was National Police Officer Memorial Week, and today we did have a ceremony at the Sheriff's Office. It was a pared down ceremony, but I want to thank Commissioner Tony Carter and Commissioner Trista Matica-Steele came and read a proclamation from the county board. It was nice to have them there.
That's nice.
You know, might have differences in some areas, but it's nice to know that the county board does appreciate the sacrifices that law enforcement officers make. I said at that meeting, though, I gave a little speech, because last week was National Correctional Officers Week.
Copy with a squad to assist in Boston copies. Highway 52 and Plato Boulevard. AOA State Patrol. Assisting with a party on the bridge who is breaking a vehicle windows with a tire iron. It's going to be northbound 52 at the bridge.
That the correctional officers have the hardest job, the toughest job, to work in that jail every day. I don't know if you it's not the deadliest job, okay, but it's the hardest job.
I can't imagine.
Hardest job. It's I don't know if you saw last night, Jake Coles, not tonight, but last night, Jake Coles did a special on Joseph Gom's death, and he had access to all the reports and the videos. It's outstanding. It's on Nightcast. But if you can go to their website and watch it, it gives me goosebumps to think of how horrifying that is to be alone working in a shop area with hammers and knives and stuff, punches, and not have backup.
Clarification, state is on scene.
So, toughest job, correctional officers. Deadliest job, police officers, you know. And I don't know how many die every year, but a lot. So both deserve a lot of thanks from us as leaders and the community.
Definitely.
So you're going to try to set those evenly in that back seat back there somewhere?
Or the back.
That's what I mean.
Joe, if you wouldn't mind, I'll pop the back of the truck, and if you could put them in back, and I'm gonna run inside real quick and grab the packet that I left in there.
Yeah.
Should you take the back? Why don't you take the blue flag in with you?
Will do.
So that you're still parked at the same place you were earlier.
Yeah.
But I won't show your car. Too long.
5184, 5188.
Not to worry.
All right. Donuts, back to blue flag. It's all good.
Squad 272, I copy and interrupt the suspicious 1120 Dale Street north of Marydale Park. Callers requesting an area check, saying there's been a string of thefts in the area lately, and there's 3 to 4 people in the park near the bathroom shelter, and either have a flashlight or a cell phone light. It's 2218.
Better eat one of those donuts. We better
You want one?
We better taste that. Oh. Got a good flat platform or not?
Good. Yeah.
I'll inspect them, Joe.
660 Mosaic Trooper.
Make sure that they're worthy.
Copy out with the Trooper at 2219.
I don't like those ones with a lot of air in them. My wife likes that kind. I like the little. Well, there you go, coconut.
Should be okay, right?
That got his keys?
I think so. I hear sirens.
I do too.
$50-184 area. At 2220.
Hmm.
660, we're code 4 here.
They're probably going over that Plato call.
Copy, squadron code 4 at 52 in Plato. 2220.
Yeah.
Keep a car 2 en route though. Copy, squadrons to continue en route. 2220.
Your car locked? Or do you want to lock it?
It's locked. Someone was asking earlier, why isn't Pat wearing a body camera? Well, at this point in time, I'm not a sworn deputy. I'm a civilian employee of the Sheriff's Department, and therefore I'm not required to wear one.
You don't actually have one issued to you. We don't actually have enough cameras for all of our civilians anyhow. We have enough for all of our correctional and our sworn. Well, we better drop these donuts off with the Washington County Sheriff's Office. Maybe the lady over there in that trailer wants a few of them, huh?
Yeah.
It's probably the best place for people to come and go all night. We had a guy in a chase the other night. Actually, the deputies lost him, terminated the chase up between Lake Larpenteur and Maryland. But on his own, he came down here and he crashed into that sign.
Really?
Yeah, he crashed into that sign right there. And here's what the crazy thing, he had a follow car. It was a stolen car. He had a follow car that picked him up and left before anybody could get them.
Really?
Yeah. That's not unusual anymore, is it? Follow cars.
Oh. Seeing that more and more. It's actually a little bit disconcerting to think of the idea of actually getting it stopped, and then you have
Somebody
their
behind
backup
you.
coming up behind you.
That's a great point. This is good for everybody to remember. Good for everybody to remember.
These donuts, by the way, are from the Donut Hut, so we want to thank them once again.
Is that the Little Canada one, I think? Not sure. Pretty sure. But there's probably more than one, but... And Joe and I taste tested them.
They were good. Or I should say it was
Shots or fireworks? Did you hear that?
Yeah,
I think it was fireworks, I think.
21.
Saints game?
Yes, we're info. Aerial fireworks with CHS Field.
Yeah, CHS Field. CHS Field, fireworks.
Fireworks at CHS Field. 21.
Mike
We have a motor vehicle theft pending near your location. About 4 hours time lapse for you.
Hey, does Bill Murray still own part of that team?
I believe so.
2163, copy yet. Clear me assist on this call and send me.
And I was reading today that Alex Rodriguez and a partner of his are attempting to buy the Timberwolves.
Copy.
That is true, but I just want you to know that's about 3-week-old news.
Oh.
Advising if his girlfriend's vehicle
Here, put this on mute for
4
me.
hours.
Put it on
She
mute.
is not unseen. It was a beige.
You guys are way too skinny. You're welcome.
We gave some of those other guys 3 boxes, so they might have extra.
That's courtesy of the Donut Hut.
Donut Hut. Yeah. Thank you for what you're doing.
Thank you.
Thank you. You're welcome. Well, we gave them a few boxes too. I don't know if they can eat them all, so they might bring them over for the day, guys. Thanks a lot.
Take care.
See ya. Thank you. There's a shots fired call, Joe, near Como High School. My guess is it's probably them hearing these fireworks from
Info to squad,
CHS.
check your laptop, Sonic Cops alert out of
CHF, but why don't you open that up?
Officer safety.
Let's hear what they have.
Yeah,
to-
just says 8 shots near Como High School.
In own firearms.
West Road, 740 West.
Well,
Plate
I suppose we go up there. I'm on 1 here, Pat. I don't know what channel you're on. You're on.
I should be on 3.
Copy 10-8. Thanks, guys. Can you show me on the street racer detail until 02?
We gotta get our own street racer detail.
2627.
Hey, if you're just joining us, the news is over.
You can disregard, thank you.
Thanks for being with us. This is Live on Patrol. My name's Bob Fletcher. I have the pleasure of serving as the Ramsey County Sheriff here. And with me is Pat Scott, one of our 30-year veterans of the St. Paul Police Department, but currently a crime analyst.
820 Southside shots fired in Caldwell.
820.
820 is the gang units going up there. And then in the back, we got Joe Gambino Miller.
Jelly Joe.
Jelly Joe. And Joe is one Ramsey County Sheriff's deputy. He's working the computer for us, so Pat can smoke more Winstons. But we are at University in Rice Street. We're live streaming. This is about our 150th broadcast.
Checking for an additional squad that can start to an in-progress domestic, 719 Sherburne Avenue. A male and female are physically fighting in front of the address. A male is assaulting the female.
Well, we can go there. Not that we've had the best luck with domestics, but
719 Sherburne.
so remember this is how the streets work here.
Equal.
Dale Street is 620 to west. For those of you that have listened before, there's 480 numbers to a mile here in Ramsey County. Anywhere you go, 480 numbers.
2165.
Check the squad status.
Rice Street was 140. If you add 480 to Rice Street's 140, that's 1 mile, you're going to come up with 620, and that's Dale Street. Then the long blocks are 60 per block, so as we go from Dale to St. Albans, we're going to go from 620 to 680. And then we're going to go from St. Albans to Grotto, we're going to go 680 to 740. And we're going to 719, correct, Joe?
Yes, 719 Sherman.
So we know it's closer to Grotto. And we also know that odd numbers are always on the north or west side of the street.
Caller advising that their 11-year-old son's
So
father
normally I would pull up with Pat closer.
Have a second caller
Turn that
stating
down
that
just
there's
a
a
little bit.
9-year-old stating that the
Normally I'd pull up with
boyfriend
Pat
is
on the danger side, but tonight I'm going to pull up with Bob on the danger side. So they're supposedly out in the street fighting, correct?
In the front yard.
636.
Joe, you got your mace?
I do.
Very good.
The male should be wearing a camo shirt, blue pants.
Okay.
The guy or the girl?
Male.
Okay.
Well, it's a male and a female. The male's wearing
719 Sherburne. Remember, this is 740 here at the corner. And Sherburne is the first street north of University Avenue. We got the two O lights. We're going a third of the block down.
Squad 636 on Charlie.
Car door open. Lights coming on.
636. Can you switch over to 2, please?
719 is behind us, but let's check these dudes out.
Hi. Did you see anybody fighting out here?
636 on Channel 2.
All right, thank you.
636, you can back 516 for a domestic at 8, person 286 Frost Avenue.
Sure.
2231.
Well,
386.
there's the address.
Doors open.
386.
386 with a start to break and assist on the domestic. 910 Forest Avenue, apartment Gulf 6. Caller advising that the girlfriend's daughter's on scene attempting to kick out a window. Looks like the female party just assaulted somebody.
We'll just check, make sure everybody's okay.
All right, I'll watch over the car.
Oh! Everybody okay?
2232. Squad 5184.
Their squad is able to break and assist.
184.
Squad 612 on 3.
Old female, not conscious, unknown if breathing.
612.
We're able to assist on that domestic. 910 Forest, apartment Gulf 6.
No.
2232.
383.
383.
Show me en route to 1032 Magnolia. Courtesy ride for all female.
So there's two uniformed deputies who have also arrived here on scene.
Squad 268. 268.
With this many sworn officers here, there's no need for me to be out assisting.
Burn for domestic. Colors pad smashed the gaming unit.
636, especially clear.
10-8, thank you.
2233.
Drives a black Hyundai Sonata.
Information squad in Central. We have a call pending for one caller on shots fired heard in the area, 474 Stimson Street. A 7 to 10 shots coming from north of that address. Looks like West also had one at 740 Rose near the Como Park Senior High School, 2234.
Seiko line, they're cleared in. The fire's started. You can cancel on.
Copy code 4 with the female line is cleared in and cancel fire 2234.
Yeah, of course, but that's not how real life works. We're good here. We're gonna clear. Okay. And service is not required.
Well.
Radio's off.
Well, let me get you on the one.
$2,400.
2400.
You know, we talked to the comp and other parties at 719 Sherburne. They state the parties that we're fighting have left, and no one wants any services here. So I just mark it SNR or advised.
Copy, thank you. 126 clear.
2163, are you code 4?
126, copy.
Thank you.
532. I don't know if it's related to your caller now, but we had a 911 hang-up call.
Well, she didn't want any help. Nobody wanted any help.
For a female party.
Well, the one lady said her sister and her boyfriend were arguing. The other lady said there was other people in front. But do you think you heard her say, look, I can handle myself, right? Did you hear her say that?
I did. And quite honestly, she looked like she could.
Well, looked like the guy was leaving there at the end anyhow, right?
Yeah. Yep.
She must have talked him into bagging up his stuff. I gotta admit, though, those sudden departures sometimes do require larger plastic bags.
Should we take a swing?
Where do you want to head?
Willards?
Sure. I'm glad you just talked me out of it. I was going to test out our dead spot over here, but didn't really want to do that anymore.
Yeah, the owner said they have a lot of problems with people who are barred from the bar.
Oh, at Willards?
Yeah, who then hang out on the sidewalk outside and won't leave.
Interesting.
Looks like we've got a dozen plus calls and pending.
What's it look like, Joe?
GCN, dangerous.
Everybody's leaving fast. GFH 808, FLM 062, GFR 596. Something must have happened.
Yep.
I bet we're going to get a call here. All 5 cars. I missed the first 2. I'm not reading them for you, Joe, just for the tape.
Okay.
So we can, if somebody did get shot, we can check it out. A lot of people were flying out of there.
Yeah, they were.
72 on that shots fired call in the area of 474 Simpson.
What the heck? That's a big old
22
truck. I do not approve of the songs using the F word.
161 clear assisted counter status. Take a pending.
You can start to the 600 block of Snelling Avenue for a 911 hang-up within 32 meters. Female caller stated a male that's known as that.
That's not the guy that left with his bag, is it?
I'm not sure. I'm going to let the security know we're here.
What's going on?
What's happening?
What's up?
Is that Demetrius?
Good to see ya.
Is that Demetrius?
Yeah, what's, hey, come on, man.
What's going on?
Huh? You know I know you.
Did everything work out okay? Did everything work out okay?
Yeah, I'm still here, right?
Yeah? That's
I'm
good.
still here, right?
Yeah. You're doing good. Good recognition, Joe. Good job. Is somebody angry?
We
haven't left yet.
Yeah,
You should have saved a box of donuts.
Hey, security. Talk to you for a sec. Have a good night, sir.
I don't mind if he screams at us. We'll just let him go. Let him scream.
Did anything just happen up here? Because about 5 cars went tearing out of here southbound.
Not that I know of.
Okay.
I ain't heard nothing.
All right.
Yeah.
Thanks, buddy.
There's one that's able to assist.
Well, I think we should turn around.
Yeah. A little bit of tension in the
We
air.
should turn around. Wave to those people.
Hi.
Name of George.
Some places
Black male,
are
50 years old, wearing a
not the
black
best
shirt,
place.
black sweatpants.
Go ahead. Go ahead.
2239. $51.84 versus
722. 6921. Who you vote for?
I'm feeling like Rodney Dangerfield right now.
Just can't get no respect.
You got no respect.
You got no respect.
Don't you tell them what happened here this last week, this shooting, Pat, so they understand what's going on.
Yeah, we went through.
Yeah, but I know that we're here. So.
About 4 cars ahead of us, there was a guy standing out in the street, and there was a car that went by several times. You can see it on camera. And so right about where this white car is on our right is where the guy was standing. Up on the left, the car that made several trips by parked just north of Edmond
5188.
and started. It's unclear. Could you tell who started firing first, Joe?
Yeah, it was hard to tell.
The guy in the street here and the driver of this silver car that was parked right down here at Edmond started shooting at each other. And shell casings from 2 different guns were recovered at both locations, and miraculously no one was hit.
That was a good description. Well, what time are they still open till 1 or like? Are they
I
closing
think I heard 1 o'clock for Willards.
Okay.
Did you give us the area until we figure out what's going on?
What do we got going on that channel there?
Domestic.
Copy 10-1 right on Canines. You should have a kitchen knife and just hitting the profile.
Have a good night.
Thank
See,
you.
So.
Copy 2242.
161.
161.
We're in the area. I know you've tried a couple times. Can you try one more call back and see if you get an address or any further information?
Copy, I'll give her a call. 2242. Copy.
Slow 220.
Got it.
Degree area 700 Cherokee Heights Boulevard at Cherokee Park. Caller can hear male yelling and swearing at a female party. Believes she's being assaulted. Be posting near the pavilion.
Got it.
2243.
Well, I don't have a great feeling about what might happen there later, do you?
No, it's not promising.
I hate to say it, but part of the problem is the longer people get to consume alcohol. I don't understand why that Tony follows us. Wouldn't you think if you were going to be a journalist, you'd want to kind of
161, it's still ringing a voice.
find something new that hadn't already been occurred?
You'd think.
Instead of filming us, just go film something interesting. By the way, another shout out. I know not everybody agrees with this, but at Andrew Mercado, he does do a nice job of covering different events, right?
Right.
Yeah.
You know, Tony should try to do more of that. Try to expand his base, like Andrew does. Everybody should find their niche. Pat was trying to unlock your door there, Jones. See if you'd fall out.
Just trying to keep them on the toes.
126.
I'm not going down McCubbin yet tonight.
Not finding a combat master noodle. We're going to the
I just hate the fact that as soon as we buffer, then those poor people that are watching us stop.
Right.
267.
You can tell roughly how many people are simultaneous just by adding Facebook to YouTube.
Mm-hmm.
So there's like 9,700 on YouTube and
2,500, I think.
Which, by the way, thank you to everyone that is interested in watching live.
Another 911 hang up. 600 block of University. We got it within 11 meters. Nothing was heard.
What's the caller, Joe? 600 uni? 11 meters? 911 call?
Yeah, hang up, 911.
What's the hang up?
But, looks like here, previous phone history, 719 Sherburne, what were we just
120.
Oh,
120.
really?
Yeah, it says...
That's probably the
Check
guy.
on your EPD. Copy, 20.
Or, you know, I don't know.
Maybe she's trying to get him to come back home already.
Well, but the caller is down by 600 uni.
Yeah.
He was walking east, remember?
Yeah.
Holiday Inn Express reference vehicle that was driving.
It could be that he's complaining about her beating him up.
Because
Well, she did
she
say.
can take care of
She
herself.
did say.
In the drive-through,
161.
service white male, mid-30s, medium build, for 1800
Just advising, this phone number is the same one that called a short time ago at 719 Sherburne for the domestic with a male and female fighting.
Copy. Was that the consumer or was it? Both of the fight calling in.
It was the com from 719 Sherburne who was not involved.
Everything.
24.
Yeah, we had some questions during the week about that truck.
Transit 253.
Remember that truck, that blue truck that we chased up there in Vadnais?
Yeah, in fact,
Did you
I
guys
talked
have
about
a
that when you were
call
talking to
regarding
the councilman.
Did we? Yeah.
My understanding is that the driver was never located, but that it's still under investigation. Is the latest I know.
Okay.
Is that,
I don't know. I didn't know if they ended up getting a stolen report or a confession. Or...
Transit 253. So the dad waved us down in the Target parking lot. He's waiting there now. We're with the juvenile male behind the address of 450 Syndicate.
Copy in, 7130.
366. Can you call the contact?
oh, when we were at the White Castle,
Yeah.
that man in the pickup truck who flagged us down, that was Terry Londrash.
I figured that was him, yeah.
And
The fisherman.
5321.
so I want to say happy birthday to his sister Jean Snyder. and wishing get well to his mom, Edith Londrash. She was at the hospital. She took a bad fall and got a golf ball sized swelling on her forehead. And he'd been with his mom at the hospital from 2 this afternoon. So
that reminds me of a story. I've told this story before, but I got to tell it one more time. The golf ball sized noggin on her head.
Yeah.
Well, do you remember the story? This true story of my wife trying to take Christmas lights down off the garage.
Oh, you're going to pay for this.
Okay, so
you're going to pay for this.
No, it's my fault because I didn't get them down fast enough. So I think I've told this once before, but there might be more viewers now. So I'm at work. My wife goes up to take. This is a while ago now, so it's not like a current story, but it's a memory. You know, life's full of memory. My wife always says, you never know when you're creating a memory. This is a memory. So she's up on a double ladder trying to take the Christmas stuff down, and of course there's sand in the driveway and the ladder falls out. She falls a good distance on the ladder. And she gets seriously hurt. She's nearly knocked out. And little Bob is in the driveway driving our little tiny car when he was littler. There's a Culligan man across the street that sees her and comes over, and she's conscious enough to dial me while she's laying in the driveway. He says, I gotta call the medic, So I called another one of our deputies to get there quick.
Mm-hmm.
I got there quick too, obviously. We took her to the hospital. Her feet were broken in several locations.
Oh my goodness.
But for landing on her feet, and the doctor comes in. We're at okay.
Oh, no, can't do that.
The doctor comes in and he says, "Well, we'll go to Woodwinds because we could get there faster."
Mm-hmm.
Mrs. Fletcher, it looks like you landed on all fours, okay? Because her hands are all scuffed up, both her feet are broken, and she's got this big giant golf ball right in the middle of her forehead. And I said, "Doctor, don't you think it looks like she landed on all fives?" So anyhow, back to Terry Londrash, because that's what made me think of it. And of course, she hadn't seen it yet. So she gets a mirror and she takes a look at her head, and it's like, an inch out.
Oh my goodness.
So I think I'll get a tent.
I think you're going to get a tent Giphy.
Tent Giphy?
Maybe a doghouse Giphy.
Yeah, doghouse Giphy. But thankfully, she was okay.
Thank goodness.
Thankfully.
Your wife is one tough woman.
Yeah. Yeah, that was the day, man. Scary stuff when you fall off a ladder. So anyhow, she was in a wheelchair for a while after that. I had to tend to every one of her needs. I took her to Disney World.
In the wheelchair?
Yeah, because you get to go to the front of the line. Little Bob got to go. It was like, there you have it. So we are down at Restaurant Row, we call it, down on West 7th Street here, right by the Xcel Energy Center, home of the Minnesota Wild. It will be a busy night down here tonight. Busy night.
2253.
We got Casetas, Truck Park, Patrick McGovern's over there on the corner. Tom Reed's, the downtowner.
This is turned into quite the little nightlife section of 7th Street. Just outside of downtown.
dead meats. I gotta sleep in a swamp.
That comes back clear to a silver Chevy Silverado, registered to a Leon Foster and a Melissa Trent.
It's busy there at Tommy's.
Fire truck.
Oh, it's the Vulcan's got to be here probably, huh?
1921.
Hail the Vulc.
Yeah, I have to give the unit number, did it? Looks like apartment 1.
Now we're being followed again.
Our friend?
I don't know. I do not know. But we are going to delude.
We zigged, they zagged.
I hear screaming.
Sounds like celebratory.
Drunken reveling?
Laurel Avenue for a loud party in the backyard.
Excuse me, folks, are you revelers?
Joe, what's the address on Laurel there for that loud party?
Nathan, you can close advise.
1826.
1826. So that's just west of Fairview off of Laurel. It's probably a St. Thomas party. St. Thomas gathering. Getting close to school being over. There's no better feeling than having all your classes done. Scooters. Scooter fun. I hear a phone ringing.
Yeah.
It's not ours, is it?
Mm-mm.
A lot of scooters out
Yeah,
here.
no
People
kidding.
getting around on scooters tonight. It's the latest thing.
I don't think I'd do well drinking and scootering.
It's actually going to be in Scott County.
Somebody's monitoring the LTAC in case. We gotta come in. Have you ever been in there?
No, I haven't.
We gotta come down some night and go into the truck park.
Yeah,
I've never been in there.
Start a little bit early.
But yeah, we gotta see what they got in there. I mean, there's the Xcel Energy Center right in front of us there. You know, if you're not from the cities here, which, by the way, it turns out YouTube is interesting because most of our Facebook viewers are from Minnesota. Most of our Facebook viewers are from Minnesota, a high number from Ramsey County. But on YouTube, it's a little different. On YouTube, as I posted, only 84% of the watch hours are from the United States. And this is a fascinating fact for me. I never would have expected this because Facebook is the opposite. Of that 84% in the United States, only 1/4 of that is from Minnesota.
Really?
And there's a ton of other states. I mean, the bigger states, Florida, Texas, California, huge numbers from those states. But I mean, every state is viewed. But I was a little surprised that YouTube is, you know, so many other states and so many other countries, whereas Facebook is more Minnesota-based.
I suppose that kind of makes sense because if you're Minnesota-based, you're more likely to hear about the Facebook page. You know,
yeah,
being
because
local.
of all the different groups and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Plus, the Facebook started with the 5,000 friends I had, so that's where it kind of grew up from. So we have like 42,000 followers on the Facebook that are mostly from Minnesota, but a lot of them from around the rest of the world too. I mean, you see what people post from Australia and others.
Sure.
But that was interesting to me how YouTube is more of an international audience. So.
Shooting start toward 152 King Street West. Reference of burglary. There's also additional information in the call.
Address, Joe? West
Yep,
burglary?
I got it.
161, I reached the comp. It was a pocket.
A burglary?
Yeah.
The more information in the call?
Cop arrived home 20 minutes ago, found items had been stolen, no suspect. Cop has not gone through the house.
So it happened a while ago.
272, I'm not understanding these notes. Is the victim in this wanting contact? Are they still on scene? Comment number 4 sounds like it's with a different call.
Stand by, I'll verify with the TC.
And we're on the LEC with an adult female.
I'm not going to mention the technology, but so far so good.
Yeah, it's very good.
Don't jinx us.
172.
You have the comp levels in.
Yep.
You know that right in front of us here, we're right here at Kellogg on St. Peter, but in the late 70s, they built a new jail. It's right there in front of us.
Yeah.
And when I was here, when I started as sheriff in 95, I used to drive right here, straight in and down into the jail, and it overlooked the bluff.
Yep.
And it was like, that was really the third or fourth jail. But that whole building's been torn down, but we had gigantic open windows for all the inmates.
Yeah, they have luxury views.
The luxury views of the river. And to be honest with you, I think that was good. It kind of calmed them down.
172,
They could look at something while they were there and, you know, think about the outside. I actually liked it. But in the new jails nowadays, they don't really have much windows for security reasons, but I actually think the bigger windows are better. But we had one little problem with those big windows. You know what it was?
What was it?
I do.
Joe, why don't you tell a story, Joe, because you don't talk enough.
Well, I do believe it had something to do with when the guys would have visits, the females of the inmates, the girlfriends, would drive to the area and, show off various parts to their boyfriends in custody.
Down below the bluff. That's correct. That is a true story. We did have one problem with girlfriends coming and visiting down below this bluff and exhibiting body parts. So, true story, Joe. Very good. You didn't work in that building, but very good for knowing the right answer.
I heard stories.
Yeah. Of course, we built the new jail in 2003. Started in 2001, finished 2000. What year did you start, Joe?
November of 2007.
2007. We are on the west side of St. Paul.
I remember there being one guy who had made fairly substantial progress in digging through the seams.
Was it Helm?
Helm.
Yep.
I have not been able to remember his name for so long.
He killed somebody up at Sensors.
Yep. He'd been a very active burglar in town.
Yep.
Was wanted for several burglaries. And his neighborhood was pretty much hiding him out and aiding him.
Yep.
And he got drunk up at Sensors in Roseville, and they tried to throw him out, and he ended up shooting and killing a guy.
Yep, he did. He got the brick out. He had a whole brick out because that jail was made with bricks, and then he was collecting sheets to scale down once he got out through there.
Yep.
Turns out, though, that jail food's healthy for you. He was a little too big. A little too big. Hey, I had lunch here yesterday at the Boca Chica.
Oh, great spot.
Great lunch. I had the enchiladas, but County Attorney John Choi and I met here to discuss a couple crime items, and I had a great lunch. It was my turn to buy, just for the record. Great spot, though. Had the cheese enchiladas. Right now, I'm just thinking about them, to be honest with you. Because, Joe, you weren't supposed to give all 5 boxes away.
Really?
Of those donuts.
You didn't say that.
Well, they went to a good cause.
I'm just kidding you, Joe.
Well, Bruce and Joanne, your daughter, Stephanie,
Can I get my case number, please?
would like to wish you a very happy 45th wedding anniversary.
176.
Happy anniversary to you guys. 45 years. That's great.
That's awesome.
Congratulations.
That is awesome. We're on the west side of St. Paul, which, as we mentioned before, the west side is actually south of St. Paul. But it's on the west side of the Mississippi River.
Yep. Because the Mississippi is essentially a north-south running river. It, of course, takes bends and goes east and west at times. Well, through St. Paul is one of the stretches where it goes east and west. And so it's actually on the south side of St. Paul, but the west bank of the Mississippi.
We are on what was previous known as Concord, but which is now known as Cesar Chavez. Also known as 156. We're going to run up Plato. I don't normally take Plato, but I'm going to get over to the east side a little bit, see what's going on over there. I don't know if you got Channel 3 on your radio, Pat, but if you do, sounds pretty quiet. But let's get over there. That doesn't look good. That appears to be a no left turn sign, so we will make a U-turn instead of a left turn. Pure as that. Sound too good.
Oh, it didn't.
$23.07.
$272. 270's call is obviously related. Is someone coming to McDonald's to try to help out?
What do you got to say there, Joe?
Don't believe so. I think the second caller
Everybody
would like
wants
to
you
be
to
seen
talk
at the
more,
Woodbridge
Joe.
Street address.
Yeah, the problem is I need like a microphone. It's like I feel like
No,
I'm
no,
yelling.
they can hear you perfectly. They can hear you perfectly good. The sound travels really fast here.
And they and the backseaters personally are very fond of your cologne, just so you know.
Yeah. Well, all right.
They don't want to hold the stop sticks, though. They say they want to know if they can put the stop sticks in the backpack.
2308.
Speaking of that, it sounds like the sheriff's allergies cleared up.
I do smell your cologne, though. I'm just going to tell you. I'm not saying it's not a pleasant smell. It's very nice.
Copy 2308.
Is it really high karate?
No. Root? No.
Well, tell us what it is.
Musk? No. I don't know. Aftershave?
Well, it could be. So you went home and shaved before you came out here?
I did shower and body wash.
Geez. That's right. You didn't come to work much today. Pat and I were out there grinding away, and you were home getting some beauty sleep.
Yeah. Well, it makes for a long night with you two guys. So.
Yeah. I don't know what it is about this younger generation, Pat. What do you think?
I don't know.
What would Joe's group be called? Because he's not a millennial, right? He's too old for that,
I
or
do
what?
not identify as a millennial, no.
What? I mean, what?
Are you Gen X?
I probably would be a millennial by age-wise, but I'm more of a 80s Generation X type of guy.
Okay.
266.
So somebody said this week that you can't be Dino's nephew if you're not louder. That's what they said. And they said you can't be an East Sider or Dino's nephew if you're not louder.
631.
So there you have it.
Are they saying he's a loudmouth?
No, they're saying that East Sider Dino is, a vocal guy. Well, that's what they say.
Boisterous.
Avenue East on the suspicious colors in the detached garage. Can hear someone trying to get inside now. Hear people whispering and the doorknob jingling. Cop has a concealed carry permit, is carrying now. He's a white guy.
Where's that at?
Glasses, black jacket, green and black flannel.
I think flanger.
318 copy.
And address?
1221 flanger.
621 copy.
Really? Well, okay. Somebody's jingling the door. The comp has
There's
a
a
weapon.
vehicle that sped off. I don't know if it's related.
213, copy. You're taking 4993 at Island Road for a dangerous condition on vehicles that are racing and revving their engines at the park at 23.
What do we got?
$277. The message is on your screen.
Yeah, they just dispatched it. Somebody's jingling the door, and
I heard that too.
the comp has got to be on 3 because that's what Pat was on, right?
Yep.
Oh, 363 car.
Good.
Right at about Westminster.
This came in 20 minutes ago, that's right.
Well, yeah. How many calls we got in pending?
Not too many, 5 or 6.
Well, still, when a guy's rattling your door and you got a gun and you're going to defend yourself, it'd be nice to have enough cars to get that right away. So
20 minutes is a long time to be waiting.
long time. Well, does that plane seem like on a very strange course to you?
Sure does.
Is that a helicopter?
I wonder.
I mean, there's no airport
It doesn't
there.
make any sense.
No. There's a plane going north, unless it's just...
On a downward trajectory.
It's got to be turning around, right? It did seem like a downward trajectory, right?
Oh, definitely.
It wasn't just me.
No.
That's one of my wife's favorite lines to make fun of me.
277.
That doesn't seem right.
You can cancel 213. Each from 23.
213, actually, clear.
County.
2313.
What a beautiful sky.
Oh, you know what? I bet it's the... There it is again. I bet it's the Regions helicopter. That looks like it's on a course to Regions. That is just...
That is really weird.
That's very weird.
I'm glad to hear you say that, because whenever I say that, my wife...
This is going to be a separate incident from the McDonald's one. If you can separate them for us to be.
Is that a plane or a helicopter, Pat? That's a
helicopter, right?
No, that's a plane.
Sure?
Yeah, it's
Just
landing.
Okay.
Just clear that other
He
one,
was
dealer.
turning around to make his approach to land at Holman.
But he's...
Copy.
631. 631.
That was a loud plane.
So TC2 call back, let the count know that I'm pulling up here.
Somebody has that flight tracker map, and they said
So
it's
there's no surprises.
the State Patrol helicopter, and then it's landing at home.
Really? That's
Yeah.
good to know. Thank you. That makes a little bit more sense since it made a sharp turn. Again, if you weren't listening, Betty A, thanks so much for those gift certificates. We made great use of them. We gave about half of them away last Friday. We'll probably give a few more away tonight, but Betty, thank you very much.
Very kind of you.
Very nice.
All I heard was, "What's up, fake ass?" What?
I couldn't hear anything after fake ass.
Fake ass. But there was I don't know who that was parked in front of the building. Looked like a squad.
We've had similar calls like this earlier in the day, from, I believe, from the same person as well. You could just note that if we get more calls.
You know,
there.
I don't know if that's right, but right now it says, while we're parked here, 317 thumbs up and 3 thumbs down. And I know where those 3 are. Right there in that building.
Well, I just have this to say to you, shout out girls. We appreciate you watching live on patrol.
Yeah.
You're going to come to love us.
Did you get the packet from Kyle?
Yes, I did.
On the birthdays?
Yes, I did.
Copy.
We are on the east side. Over on Arcade. Put this on 3. I'll be on 1.
Heavy.
I'll be on 2. Pat, Joe, you got the suburbs?
I do.
Whoops. Crime scene tape.
61, can you?
I'm tempted to post this picture. I won't post it, but this picture of what happened here.
631.
Hi, ladies.
Hi, honey.
No, I'm in contact.
Heavy.
Oh, we've definitely got to give this shout out. Mitchell Fiega just got promoted today. He's an account specialist with the sheriff's office.
Yep.
And his fiance is turning 26 on the 19th. Her name is Catherine Seiler. So happy.
Well, I know Mitchell. He looks a lot older than 26, though. So,
Well, happy early birthday to you, Catherine. And say hello to your dogs, Floyd and Ramsey, as well.
Yeah. And Mitchell got promoted. I think we got him we got him an office with a window.
All right.
Yeah, he's a good man. Oh, sorry. What was going on at 1200 Flandreau there, Joe?
Suspicious. You can see if you want.
Was that the thing on? Oh, never mind.
No, I got that wrong on
That was the
That's
first
right.
one.
That's right.
Key jingling.
You need to take a look at that car in the drive-thru. Possibly from the Willards.
Okay. The one that got away, or the one that?
Yeah.
Yeah, I know exactly what he's talking about.
That is not it. That's a Mercury. Okay.
Very good eye, though.
I wish we had some donuts to hand to these guys here, but we're all out of donuts.
That was very close.
Well, we've got a short birthday shout-out list. Jonathan Colgan on May 18th is turning 27 in Dublin, Ireland. Happy birthday, Jonathan. Kevin Skaya turned 54 on May 7th. Brooklyn turned 10 on May 10th. Happy birthday, Brooklyn. Brooklyn's grandma is turning 62 on the 18th. Gabe Gomez turned 41 on the 9th. Connor Morehouse turned 3 on May 11th. Happy birthday, Connor. Lisa O from Glenwood turned 50 on May 7th, as did John Nicholson, turned 30 on May 7th. And Lola turned 7 on May 7th. And Elaine turned 69 on May 8th from Fontana, California. Happy birthday to you all.
Beautiful night. 55 degrees. And by the way, Joe's been on the phone with Brent and Claire. Joe wanted to report that the weather is going to get nicer. You said that, Joe, right?
I did.
It's coming up. You're going to be out in the sun because you're a sun god, right?
I just spoke with Brent and Claire, and she says, good news, it's going to be warmer.
That was a Unidale.
Oh, yeah. Say that again. It's going to get 80 degrees this, I think, right? The next
It's gonna be a
couple
nice
days.
weekend.
80 degrees.
Nice.
80 degrees.
Just a few questions here. We'll mention this again. We keep the YouTube chat off because unfortunately people can comment anonymously, and it can get kind of nasty at times.
Yeah, and by the way, on that point, I did notice people are pretty good while we're live and being respectful of each other, but some people that watch it after the fact or in the week get carried away with, bashing the president, bashing the, different parties, bashing Pelosi. This is not the place for it. This is an educational broadcast on law enforcement. We're not dealing with national policy. Yes, we talk about local policy regarding policing, but that's a local level. Do not get into just ruining this entire effort with national politics, because we are going to block people that do that on Facebook. So please, please, please don't get into that debate. Or if you see somebody else, tell them just to please stop.
Yeah, please. Narcan. Yeah, members of the general public can carry and administer Narcan. We highly recommend getting some training in that, however. But, I don't know the answer to this, I'm ashamed to say. How many canines does the sheriff's office have?
Well, we've fluctuated. I think we're at about 7 now.
Okay.
But we've been higher, we've been lower. I don't know the exact number, but roughly that. I believe.
Can we get a picture?
Gas station up ahead.
Yep.
I think what we gotta do is we gotta get a picture. And we stand out. The thing is, how are we going to look with young Joe in there? You know what I mean? He's going to make us look bad, right?
You know, one of the backseaters mailed me something that was really heartwarming and touching. My dad, in 1956, had a sports talk show on station KDKA in Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania. And they had a little clipping from it looked like probably the TV Guide back in the day. And they sent it to me all encased in plastic, and I want to thank you for that.
I don't know if Rain-X is going to help that window. All right, quick picture, gentlemen. Okay, quick picture. Go, chamber one.
Thank you.
Thank you. Thanks, Jenny. Well,
that's nice.
That was very nice. We love talking to people, but usually we're in dangerous areas. Sometimes we worry about people ending up. Nick and Jennifer, thank you.
Yes, St. Paul was originally known as Pig's Eye, named after Pig's Eye Perrant, a French trapper.
Huh. I did not know that.
Who is basically credited with founding the city.
And now Pig's Eye has a sewage treatment center to be proud of.
And a brewery.
Yeah, well, there is a brewery. Yeah, that came later. Is there still a Schmidt beer?
Oh, yeah.
Schmidt Brewery. The brewery's not at the brewery anymore, though, right?
I think it's in Wisconsin.
The one that used to be down on West 7th Street?
Yeah, that's not there, no. Well, the building is.
Yeah. But no Schmidt Brewery there. But there still is a Schmidt beer. We're on White Bear Avenue, over on the east side of St. Paul. Waiting for the shots fired. This is really weird, you gotta admit, right? All the shots fired this week.
This is crazy.
And then we're out here and there's no shots fired.
I'm going to say something.
Go ahead, do that.
I think there is a deterrent having you guys out here.
Well,
It's starting to feel
having the
that
three
way.
of us out here.
Well, the three, yes.
Yeah.
Of course.
Nobody likes a sandwich with just peanut butter and no jelly. It is weird. I gotta admit on it. I thought it would be busy from the beginning till the end. It's really weird. I'm gonna go back and take a look at the crime trends on Friday nights versus Saturdays. Usually they were always the same.
And there's no pendings. That is very rare.
For a Friday night.
Good question, Ryan. Yeah, tribal police officers are fully sworn Minnesota peace officers. And correct me if I'm wrong, I believe the one exception is the Red Lake Reservation, because they're a sovereign nation. Their officers don't actually have to be post-trained. They have their own standards for policing.
I don't know those questions. Good answers. So when we crossed Larpenteur, we crossed into the city of Maplewood, which is where I was really raised most of my life. Born in St. Paul, but raised in Maplewood. And, it's a great town.
Excuse me, Bravo 138.
We're on White Bear Avenue, but we're coming up on the Maplewood Community Center and the Ramsey County Courthouse here. We've driven by many times. We are also going to take a little tour over to Maplewood Police Department.
383-366.
Which is right over here off of County Road B. I think technically they call it 1880, don't they?
I think you're right.
I'll be out at 1880. I think it's 1820 here right at White Bear. And then I think they say we'll be out at 1880, which is East County Road B. One long block here. And this was
40.6, I'm in there.
Maplewood City Hall and Maplewood Police Department.
At 2332.
Just do a little drive through here.
4438, traffic.
And if you're listening to the scanner, the Maplewood police cars are all... Oh, there's a sheriff car here too. The Maplewood police cars are all 4000s. So you'll see that maple leaf on City Hall right there in front of us.
25, copy your notes.
And that's the City Hall entrance, which during the daytime you can get to the police department. Here's the police entrance down here. Squad cars out front. Chief Scott Nadeau is the chief here in Maplewood, does a nice job. And I've got a long history of good police work here, starting with Chief Richard Schaller.
What year did Maplewood start?
Well, you look that up because
I'm gonna guess 1958.
It used to be a village. It was a village of Maplewood before it
1424.
You can Google it.
I'm gonna Google it.
Forey Schmid was one of the first mayors here in Maplewood.
Copy at 1424.
He went on to be my scoutmaster, Troop 193. Richard Schaller was the chief. Went to Our Redeemer Lutheran Church there. He's always in the back, waiting for a phone call.
You know, as has always been the case when I've dealt with Maplewood officers,
Yep.
I had to get on the air and call them Monday afternoon, in fact. I had stopped at my house briefly before going to work.
I heard about that.
Yeah. And I had my car parked, or my truck parked halfway in the garage with the garage door open.
Yeah.
And I came right back outside and surprised two guys in my driveway.
Yep.
And they got the wide-eyed look real quickly and backed out of the driveway. I gave them a chance to get a little bit away and started following them. And they were trying to get into cars. They were driving through parking lots. They looked like they were looking for catalytic converters or anything they could steal out of cars. Well, Maplewood responded, and there was no arrest to be made. The tampering with a vehicle didn't rise to the level of being prosecutable, but they found out who they were, and it turns out these guys had been on their radar for catalytic converter theft.
26378, clear.
I had my first accident on this street.
311, we were just there talking to him, and he was doing fine at the time.
We are now in North
girlfriend
St.
that
Paul.
we were checking welfare.
What's going on here? Is North St. Paul
he
got a
just
call out
understood
here
all
on 5th Avenue, Joe?
Let me see.
I'll set the 3,000 cars.
Yeah, it'd be 39 something.
Yeah.
Yeah, it looks like we're buffering.
3921 traffic.
I'm not seeing any Maplewood or North St. Paul.
329, what, is there an apartment number? Can you hear the address one more time?
5th Street in Parkwood, Charlie Adamstown, 024.
26 Hawthorne.
Got it.
Thank you.
I don't know what it is.
He might have just been checking that car the guy was getting into.
449, clear squads unfounded.
If Joe could find a call there.
Oh, yeah, now he's traffic stop, yeah.
Is that what?
Still buffering.
Oh, looks okay on YouTube.
21-680.
Copy 23.
I mean, it's a ways away, but pretty close right there. So it's not.
Yeah.
329.
It's not the stream.
If we don't have
So YouTube appears to be right on the money with the streaming, but Facebook seems to be having some issues.
Breathing, large laceration, right arm.
It caught up. It's not mine. Check tap yours.
Oh, you know what?
And they're cleared in.
I have my Wi-Fi on.
Go for it.
But a couple of people mentioned it too. Oh, I got it off. Bounce back.
Oh, we're sure hoping. Go this way instead.
270.
Go ahead.
I'll take that assault call.
Gonna have to change our days that we work, Joe. There, Pat.
Yeah, we're gonna have to mix it up a little bit and surprise them.
Copy. 685 Western Avenue, Color advising to hold the track for
Well, the good news is the technology is working better, right?
Yeah, definitely.
726.
Maybe our best night yet, actually. One of our best nights.
Well, we haven't been to the foundry yet.
No, we haven't.
What the heck?
What the heck?
4041. You can show me on PT.
It's good to get out in North St. Paul once in a while.
North St. Paul is one of my favorite suburbs.
Is the Dairy Queen still out there at Century and 36?
Yes, it is.
That was a good stop all the time.
How about the North St. Paul Dairy? Is that still around?
That's the Dairy Queen?
No, that's a North St. Paul Dairy. It was right by the Goose Pond baseball fields. The hell is that? Century and
2161.
Goose Pond, huh?
Yeah.
4624.
Copy. Is there any way that you should come to the door or block on the outside?
Jersey Mike's. Love their subs.
Yeah, it's one of my son's favorite.
I always get double the hot pepper relish.
Really?
Yeah, it's really good.
I would have thought that in 10 years vapes would take over.
Huh. I tried it for a while. Well, you think I have a bad cough now? Really dried my throat out.
Really?
Have we had any missing person calls tonight for a white female blonde, approximately 5'6", 140 pounds?
Stand by, I'll verify with my partners. You can disregard.
You read that way.
Yeah. Oh, this is cool. I'm going to read the history of Maplewood here. The written history of Maplewood begins about 165 years ago when European and French Canadian settlers began farming in the area. Prior to then, the land was inhabited by the Dakota Indians, with occasional visits by French and English fur traders and explorers. The landscape was a mix of scrub oak and prairie with many wetlands and lakes. In 1850, a group of families ventured from St. Paul along an Indian trail that is now Hazelwood Street.
Wow.
They were the Bells, Caseys, Conlins, and Vincents. At today's County Road C, they turned to the east and began to build their log cabins. The sound of their axes alerted the Dakota, who had a hunting camp nearby and thought the land was still theirs. The Dakota asked them to leave, and the newcomers quickly retraced their steps.
Negative in St. Paul.
Interesting.
The settlers made repeated attempts to claim the land they had bought for $2 per acre from the federal government. Finally, in 1853, after the Ojibwe defeated the Dakota at Battle Creek,
there we go,
hence the name Battle Creek, the Ojibwe allowed the pioneers to build their cabins. About the same time, southern Maplewood was first settled when Thomas Carver began farming in 1852 to the west of Carver Lake.
Yeah, and there's Carver Cave down there, too.
Yeah. Yep.
It's a fascinating cave. Yep.
The rest is about a half hour of reading.
Let's read the part where it became a city.
All right.
It's going for midnight EOTs, 126
John Glenn Junior High on our left here, now known as John Glenn Middle School. Got a soft spot in my heart there. I did actually spend 5 years in middle school.
Oh, back then they had 9th grade with
Well, it was 7th, 8th, and 9th. But back then they were short on space, so we spent 4th and 5th grade there too.
Oh.
So I didn't actually fail any classes, but I was there in middle school for 5 years.
Negative county-wide. Did you want me to check surrounding agencies?
Thank you, Ken, for sending us that link. Pat's reading it in depth. Does it say anything about the Forey Schmid?
Who?
The first mayor, Forrest Schmid?
Yeah.
He's my scoutmaster. If it's something, he's got to be in there. I don't think he lied to me.
He was the mayor, too, wasn't he?
Yeah, first mayor.
Waldo Lubin was the first mayor.
No? What year was that?
Maybe that was before.
It doesn't say.
Maybe that was the mayor of the village versus the mayor
This
of the
was,
city.
Squads for midnight. 370.
This was a village for a long time.
370. 375.
Sounds like 1957.
375.
All right, Joe. You were close. 1 year off. That's good.
Everybody else going to midnight?
And
Have a good one, 2345.
Ed O'Mara suggested the name Maplewood for the new village, and Warren Berger found a maple leaf in his backyard and traced the outline for the village logo. For a few years, life was much like that of the former township, which was called
Little Canada?
New Canada Township.
New Canada, that's what it was. New Canada. Yep. Because of the French settlers.
The engineering department was in a former barber shop and grocery store. The town constable slowly evolved into the Maplewood Police Department with offices in a converted house.
326.
1974, we just got a message, is when it first became a city.
I thought it was before that.
It's
Tom heard tires screeching. Saw a white SUV and a big noise. I'll let you know if I find anything.
no, it had to have been before. Two-story City Hall was completed in 65.
Yep. Right on Frost Avenue. We were there once, remember? They still got the...
Yep.
That's the police
sign up
police
there.
sign there in the old City Hall.
84.
Well, let's go check out the foundry.
1171.
I think we should.
Ruggles Street West. Just medics on an 89-year-old male, conscious and breathing, unable to move, shaking, and...
Well, we gotta claim victory. The other thing is, I've had an elephant gun in the back of this car. There's no elephants. We must be doing a good job too. Did you see that Bengal tiger that was on the loose in that one town? On the news.
Yeah.
Bengal tiger. They were trying to find him, and they stopped the car, and the tiger wasn't in there.
318.
No, there was a guy had to put a tiger in the car.
GOA with 631.
I wouldn't want to run into a Bengal tiger.
No. Yeah, and I saw a picture of a police officer backing up from it pointing his pistol at it. I don't think a pistol would be quite enough to take down a Bengal tiger.
About the street signs. Over there on
5184.
61.
Taking advice.
Entering St. Paul.
Oh yes.
You're welcome. 2349.
There was a thank you. Thank you for entering St. Paul.
We've had a lot of invitations.
A lot of invitations. Everything. Check those wires on that booster there, Joe.
We're good.
Both ends.
Mm-hmm. Green light's on.
Yeah, sometimes those wires still get loose, but push them in. All things considered. Well, I'll tell you, folks, it's not as if we're not looking for stuff to do.
for lack of trying.
It's just...
And it looks like YouTube is streaming well.
So that's the upload part is obviously working.
For 260 away.
But I mean, technically, I think we're used to the bars closing at 11, so things are busy from 10:30 to 11:30.
318.
Technically, in the old days when the bars all closed at 1 or 2, it wasn't terribly busy before then, right?
That could be.
326.
That could be what's going on.
1619 East Maryland. A couple of males who have to force the door, make their way inside. One's a white guy, late 20s, 30s. 5'10", 6'10" the average, unknown clothing, shoulder length brown hair.
I think that was on
Two
Maryland.
black male, 30s, 5'7" and 5'9". Dreads.
Really? It came in 20 minutes ago. A guy 40.
Zero nine copy.
37.
326, I copy.
15 minutes ago.
23.
Yeah, I don't get that.
Should I do a quick stop and start? We're still.
Well, but this one's running fine, so it's not that. It's definitely your Facebook.
Can you change to a DLC?
Well, or Facebook in general, apparently.
Yeah,
Because we're getting a lot of.
But the YouTube is running.
We're getting a lot of comments that it's frozen. Yeah.
Well, I would just hold on though, because
I agree.
As long as YouTube is still streaming, it means.
And we're back.
The uploads are working.
We are back.
Well, it's a different technology. We've never had that problem. You know?
Mm-hmm.
It's really weird. So that's Facebook's downstream.
We're going to be report through the PCN 910-532. Can you show us at the office, please?
Joe, you doing okay back there?
I am. Thank you for asking.
Did you learn your school song yet?
No. That'll be for later broadcast.
Okay.
33, 518.
Is there somebody out there?
Yeah.
Hey, they beat us there. They're leaving.
Check the laptops on the 72-hour pickup and hold out of St. Paul. Felony domestic assault.
Investigate.
Let's listen to this. Turn it up a little.
Suspect is going to be on Santino.
Yeah, but I haven't heard it.
Oh.
Lamar Watson, 1996.
I got it up here.
0502, 33-year-old black male, 5'8", 160. Party should be driving Minnesota Gulf, Papa Golf 006, 2006 Chrysler Pacific.
Yeah, they have been closing earlier. Huh?
Domestic. Holding down the victim and crew around the vehicle. Party also has a felony warrant out of Ramsey County. Information was also sent to your screens at 2354.
How you doing?
How's it going, guys?
Nah, we all right, officers. We see y'all covered.
I like your hat.
You like my hat?
Yes, I do.
I like your truck.
Thank you.
Let me drive it. Shit, how did I do? Man, y'all pulled up and like, damn. Damn, I thought y'all was. Ooh, they pulling up at the right goals.
Indeed.
Give me some.
You trying to get? You trying to get?
Ooh, y'all pulling up at the right goals now.
Hey, you trying to get lucky or what?
Huh?
You trying to get lucky?
Who trying to get lucky?
You.
Me?
Yeah.
If I want to try and get lucky, I'm trying to go to the casino.
You going where?
If I want to get lucky, I want to go to the casino.
Okay. Sounds good.
Nah, I don't want no women. My wife in the car.
Oh,
smart man.
You trying to get me killed? What's your name?
Never.
Bobber.
Who?
Bob.
Bob. Officer Bob. I'm remember you because I'm always remember you trying to get me killed.
By your wife?
Hell yeah, you don't think that motherfucker gonna kill me? I got a blade on my side and she still kill me. I ain't got no chance with her.
Well, you're still alive now. You must have been okay.
Shit.
You must be doing things right.
Why you think I came to the bar with her?
Smart man.
Why are you talking to somebody in another car?
I'm talking to the man. Dude, come on now, I'm not stupid.
Have a good night, man.
All right, see you
Have a
later.
good night, man.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Hey.
Male is at home by himself, or is there others on scene?
Sam, I will double check. It does state that the contact point is in another state.
I know we are looking for that Charger. Is that the one that Alex was chasing?
Easy
Or is that, did I
ride.
see that before and think that was the one? Run that way.
Alpha Zulu Yankee 658.
This is a good line at the food truck.
Smells good too.
That was one that Alex thought was a Camaro, right?
Yeah.
Oh, the Challenger. No, it was, yeah, but it was supposed to be a Challenger.
It was a Challenger, but he initially thought it was a
I don't know if that's it, but I. Yeah, I don't know if that's it, but that might be it. His might have started with G though, but I know I checked that before.
Oh, it did start with G.
G, yeah.
It was something like gum or gam.
This one was somewhere that we were.
Clear
Oh, we've probably seen all these cars at one time or another.
Well,
at
that's
Holiday.
the problem, of course. Starting to. All right. Well,
326, I'm pulling up.
at least people have been able to watch without getting frustrated, huh?
318, same.
Even though there's not a ton of stuff going on.
Here.
Guy called me. I
329,
got a
Oak Hill
strange phone call from a strange number today.
Yeah.
I answered it. Guy says, "Is this tin cups?"
Really?
Yeah. They're closed. I'm surprised they're closed, aren't you?
Yeah, very much so.
Closed.
Good. Her medics and subject should be home alone.
No, you got the wrong number. Any comments there, Worth?
Somebody
Answering
coming
there?
up on the right. Just so you know.
Car.
Car.
Mike.
Just basically chatting with each other. Saying that YouTube and Facebook are working well. I think we just went through a temporary dead spot.
If you haven't already, can you also get a contact number?
Must be something by Rice in Maryland.
Copy. I tried to call back from Compton. It was a voicemail. I'll check.
Gave him some lights. They gave us some siren.
Thank you.
Crowded here, man.
120.
Holy moly, Rocky.
Substance again?
Maplewood medics responding.
Yep.
85-year-old female conscious breathing cell, not alert.
You gotta tuck those pants in before you get the cigarette. Huh? I have the same problem. When I'm at home, I can't decide whether I should put my gun in my holster before I buckle my pants or wait till they're buckled. You know, it's a dilemma. It's a dilemma. Because it's hard to buckle it when you got the gun in the holster. Yeah. Those cigarettes can be just as dangerous. They'll kill you too.
Indeed.
There you go. Have a good one.
Bob Fletcher. God damn, that's Bob Fletcher, Bob.
There's a lot of people in there, though, man. Holy mackerel. Look at all these cars out here.
Yep.
COVID is over, apparently. I mean, I'm not saying it is. I'm not a doctor, but
5182, 5184.
people have come to that conclusion.
Oh, what is it, at midnight tonight the mask mandate ends?
Yeah, but is that indoors and outdoors? I don't really
but not City of St. Paul.
Oh,
Right.
the mayor.
Cop could also
The
hear
mayor's.
somebody being hit. Call the cop for entry.
How are you? Good. Nice night, huh?
Had 2 minutes.
Weather's getting better all the time. You guys, those are like a late Mother's Day present in case you forgot to give your mother flowers. See you guys. There was a gentleman over there trying to buckle his pants. Our viewers couldn't see what he was doing, but he was trying to pull his pants up. He couldn't decide what shirts were in or out, and he was trying to smoke a cigarette at the same time.
That can be dangerous.
Yeah. So he had his pants half up, and the guy offered him a cigarette. So it was a complicated pants buckling.
How you doing?
Crazy, huh?
Yep.
Just freaking crazy. Crazy good. Crazy good.
The wife's phone number.
How are you? Everything good? Oh, have a good night.
So that's 311.
Looks like she's the one who called earlier tonight. The same male.
311.
388 Canard number 1. Caller with like the welfare of a female there. Just wearing red shorts, checked. Believe she needs help, possibly domestic. Didn't provide any further info.
Copy, thank you.
311, copy.
326, was there a color for that Pacifica in the alert?
There's got to be something going on somewhere in Minnesota.
326, go ahead.
Was there a color for that Pacifica, for that domestic, the gun? Gold.
Gold.
Copy, thank you. 326, I'm clear from 318's call.
So what did you hear about the mayor
catch
not,
up to a
not,
gold
not
Pacifica
entering
from
it?
the southbound mayor.
Joe, the mayor's of Minneapolis, St. Paul? Or
Correct, yeah. So the indoor mask policy will still be in place, and then I think city-controlled establishments or city-licensed, same thing, mask mandate is still in place.
318 last is GOA.
So I would assume that's liquor licensed bars, right?
Yeah. Whoa.
I don't know if I can catch him.
No, he turned.
He is flying. He is friggin' flying. Fudge. 157 was the last three. I gotta get those. I don't know if I can help you with the other ones.
Secure.
I think it's still him up there, but.
Pacific got turned off somewhere. All the way down the area last break.
Just right copy driver.
I think he's got him.
Don't think so.
2365, Kevin. Actually, clear assist. Put me on traffic, right? So why is that out? Mike, Lima, Whiskey, 157.
157.
There we go.
Well done.
Was that on the traffic at 6 minutes?
That's it. Did you go up there with him, Joe?
LVO 272 on a block.
Seven.
For that Pacifica they're looking for, do we know the RO?
Did you want to copy your announcement? Over at safety.
Why are you cussing me out, man?
I'll run it.
No, because usually that's how it goes, though. They'll say my name.
What's the plate?
Try and do what the fuck. Oh, no, I just remember name.
George Pop Georgia 066.
My last, like, it's just how I look at it when I say my last
Got me.
What you start saying? Huh, who's that guy? Who's that? I've never seen him before.
So this car was flying northbound on Rice Street when we were southbound on Rice Street on the bridge over the railroad tracks.
For that Gold Pacifica, I believe it is still displaying the old license plate. I don't remember what that is, but it will be listed with the current.
How kind of late? Did I block you?
210.
Oh, I wouldn't block you, but it wasn't me.
We're in still 214 West 7th Street at Trucker Park Bar. Initially came in as a 911 hang-up call. On callback, mail party stated there was a suspect listed in a vehicle. No direction, shell, or description.
Copy.
10 minutes.
No, it should be Watson.
Got me, thank you.
I'm trying to be transparent. I'm just trying to be transparent.
you doing?
Good. How are you guys doing?
Good. We are on live.
Well, thanks for coming.
Absolutely.
Yeah, it's nice you guys caught him.
You were very popular when you opened up that car door, by the way.
You know what's funny? I started getting messages, and they're like, "Are you reading this?" And I'm like, "No." So I did start. And you're right. It was pretty funny.
I don't know. It's kind of a toss-up between you and Joe right now.
Yeah, it was humorous.
Oh, he was the guy that brought the unlock.
I had the lockout kid. I'm a bit of a celebrity.
Yeah.
I'm the face.
Oh, I heard all about it. Yeah.
And we had do you know Trevor Allison drives tow truck?
Well, I suppose
if I saw the face, probably.
Yeah, he hooked up with us like 2 days later and gave us one of those kits to use. Yeah.
That's awesome.
Is he getting a tag or what are we doing?
No, he's free to go.
He said he was being
followed or people were running up to his car.
Yeah, I mean, if I had a radar, I would for sure cut him a tag.
Hey, 65 and a 30.
You saw that?
Huh? 65 and a 30.
All right,
Tony, we're
How
going.
late he's staying out?
All right, buddy.
Never know.
Back to work.
Yeah. Never know what.
Well, I feel it. I always do feel it.
You guys want to talk to Tony Wickless before we go?
I mean, he seems to like me.
All right, see you later, Fletch.
See you later, Tony.
See you later, Bob.
How does this camera look?
That's
So does this absorb
Just make me look skinny.
all the shock?
It's unbelievable.
Is that homemade?
Yeah, some I can't remember who's.
Yeah, somebody made it for us. Yeah, but the camera itself has a pretty good stabilizer too.
But this it keeps it rock steady.
4266, checking status.
2 code 4.
2 code 4.
Copy, code 4.
Sweet. No, I've seen it from the other end.
Yeah. All right.
Thank you.
Hey, see you guys.
Thank you.
I was telling him he was rather popular when he opened up that car door.
yeah. Did you tell him we got our own now?
Yes.
That's good. Oh.
Front alarm covers the north vehicle.
Somebody said, "Oh, Josh."
Well,
we're out.
114, 178, copy your 9.
Copy of 13 minutes.
just crazy.
Where's Highway 212?
So it goes toward Chanhassen or Chaska, right?
Sounds about right.
Yeah. You got an LTAC there?
Yeah.
212. It's like you take 62 and it splits off out there somewhere. Or no, I think it splits off of 494. But I think pretty sure 212. I think I gotta go in the Holiday Station and get a cheese dog.
I think we might be too late.
No, because then we decide they're open till 1 or 2. Remember? Do you think they closed again now? That they had all the shootings?
No, but they don't have the hot dogs.
Well, I know that. I'm going to have to settle for a ham and cheese sandwich, right?
Right. Apparently it's on the State Patrol channel, not the LTAC.
272 cleared on the cab with 266 and 2400.
Copy of 50 minutes.
$51.83.
Bike.
83.
Joe, you coming in with us? With me?
Sure.
Get a little treat.
The civil matter pending.
Oh, for crying out loud. We gotta fatten you up. It's like Hansel and Gretel.
I gotta stay chiseled.
Like Hansel and Gretel.
The cop sounds intoxicated. She's currently swearing and aggressively arguing with the bartender. Squad 224.
I'll go in after you guys do.
All right.
You start medics, please. Safe space. Adult male, conscious breathing, complaining of chest pain and a numb arm. Code 4.
You good here for a little bit?
I sure am.
Don't get kidnapped.
Try not to.
Are we wearing masks? I can't tell.
Yeah.
You got a mask, Joe?
One through 6. 126. Can you change this to a PIC? 17 minutes. $210.
210.
We'll take medic to our location. Our cops got punched in the nose. Worried that he broke his nose.
Copy, just verifying scene is secure.
Yep.
Copy, 18 minutes.
$39.30, checking status. Go for it. Go for it.
Yeah, I gotta change batteries in my tax
Set
set here.
Just to DOT, it'll be SNR. They're in tone.
18 minutes.
Hopefully I've got this one charged up.
Suspicious. Cop just passed by an apartment building that's under construction near the intersection. Saw a gate on the east side and the patio door open. Saw no vehicles or people inside. Just thought it was suspicious that the door was open. No further. They're in tone, I got it. 12 minutes. Thank you, man.
Yeah, this is
35.
unusually quiet.
Good.
You've got 2 misdemeanor domestic and felony possession of firearms. They will take him. 19 minutes.
Hi, this is a prepaid station. I'm sorry, would you please hang up the dial and call inside and say we're credit or cold cash? Thank you.
So once this gets around bar close time, this lot is going to be a lot busier. You know, I'm glad you brought that up, Joshua. We
5184 Squad area.
These live on patrol feeds,
Copy at 20 minutes.
we've gotten overwhelmingly positive feedback from St. Paul PD officers of all ranks. They welcome us being out here. Where it came from that anybody on the police department doesn't like it, I have no idea, because we have heard nothing but the opposite.
Eighty-one 97, 81 95.
97.
95.
220.
220.
Well, the holiday station has never made any request for the police to remove people from loitering in the parking lot or around the entrances unless they've had a specific problem with an individual. But in general, they don't request police assistance in clearing out the lots.
You're going to start work 215 Street at Catholic Charities on an assist medic.
And I'll let you take over here, Joe, and I'm going to go
be outside in front of the address for you, please, yelling and making threats.
Copy.
22 minutes.
160, got a couple vehicles out here. Red one SUV is going to be 948 Romeo Delta Juliet, second one. Green Subaru, Wisconsin plate, Alpha, Hotel Alpha 3017.
Copy for both transfers.
181 area.
Copy at 23 minutes.
You're 11 on scene.
Hey, 3
5183 code 4 at 24 minutes.
Hey, 20.
Last one.
160, both vehicles are unoccupied.
Thanks for now.
Copy, vehicles are unoccupied.
114, 5,
660 on 2, checking status.
5995 Rice Creek Parkway, Country Inn and Suites. DOC reference it to refusal.
Oh, checking status.
How he got to this address. He's in front of the address. Black.
About 277.
277.
Checking squad status.
Code 4.
Copy, 24 minutes.
161 will be 23 on the block.
25 minutes.
Hey, Tony. Somebody's coming to stalk her.
nothing like just standing around in a parking lot filming us taking a restroom break and grabbing a snack.
Did you win?
Hmm?
Did you get in yet?
Yeah.
15 with the mail to him.
Get all of them confirmed for me, please.
The guy in the pirate set was a big cup.
5184 is what's good for.
Carry there.
84 Sherman, we're clearing shortly.
Copy at 25 minutes.
What's 116 and
You want any of those?
Thank you.
16. 140.
Here, guy.
399 Lexington at the Speedway for a DOC. 2 males and a female are on scene refusing to leave, trying to steal items. For the TCA, there's a poor connection and the line disconnected. 16 copy.
Oh, I think somebody played a little game when I was out of the car.
Not me. Why?
16 copy. 26.
Okay, shh, wait till Pat's back in the car. Pat, have you been working out?
267, cancel medics. We're not finding anything out of you right now.
Copy.
068 Union Adam Nora.
Copy, thank you.
You're welcome. 26 minutes.
160.
5184, you can clear to assist.
160. Just to clarify, this was a motion
Tobacco store's
inside
closed,
no door.
or?
Copy at 27 minutes.
That's the first.
It doesn't specify. I'll have
These were not the spicy Joe.
If they want us to go inside and check, they're going to have somebody call a key or a code or something.
I'll tell you what, though. Seriously, on a busy night, if Tony brings his camera out here,
Squad 118.
someone might beat him up.
Good chance it won't go
For the
very
caller,
well
you
for
can clear
him.
the party's left. Copy that.
Then we'll end up rescuing him.
5183, clear squad to assist.
Chips smell good.
Yeah,
Give
27 minutes.
Joe a dill chip.
I'm done.
Thank you, sir.
I never had.
Oh, shit.
Oh, no.
Shoot. Sorry.
Well, Joe. We definitely can't let you eat in the car.
They taste just as good off the center console and seat as they do out of the bag.
Maybe better. Well, let me eat the rest of them here.
You know, I never had any desire to even try dill pickle potato chips until you got them last week. Let me have some.
Really?
I like them.
Yeah.
Especially those jalapeno dill ones you got.
Hey, by the
last
way,
week.
there's like a thing would you go visit the state fair at the end of the month?
Yeah, I heard that. Memorial Day weekend or something.
Yeah.
Really?
I think do you have to have tickets or something?
Yeah, you do.
My wife might have bought them already. I'm hoping so. Because I want to go to that. Get ready for the fair.
Now, are they going to have like the food?
You should ask our viewers
Places-
what's going to happen there.
What's going to be open at the fair on Memorial Day?
The one time it was just a drive-through, but now that COVID's over, I think you actually get to walk around.
5181, 5183.
That would be fun, right?
Mm-hmm.
As long as they got cheese curds.
A3 for both.
I don't think you actually.
10 Long Lake Road North,
Oh, yeah.
County Road D, David West on the DGC.
Yes, I do.
Appears to be 75 or more vehicles
that mean,
getting
Joe?
ready to
Cheese
start
curds.
racing.
Anything fried.
Squad copy.
French fries, cheese curds.
At 30
chicken,
minutes.
Deep fried cauliflower.
There's them in row for the suspicious on Shawnee and Chippewa.
Blooming onion.
The squad's
onion.
back, Shawnee, Chippewa, suspicious. Male sitting on the corner, 224.
Hey guys, how's it going? Well,
Make sure you just
You
do a
drive
scan,
up, or
make
is that a
sure
rental?
Clear assisted and
Oh, yeah.
our EPP at your
That's
smart
good.
fleet.
Just making sure you're all safe. Look good.
Copy, 30 minutes.
Thank you, too.
Target from this room. I'll go hit him.
30 minutes.
Oh, gee, thanks. We sound like a pack of dogs eating.
That my wife under a phony name. We're done now. The thing is, we could just log off while we eat. Maybe that's better.
272, give me an investigate. Rice and Pennsylvania, I'm code 4.
Code 4, Rice and Penn at 31 minutes.
That squad just pulled in. He was following a car. His job is to make sure people don't shoot each other here in the parking lot. We try to help him. How are you? Where'd he go? Around the corner? Oh, they're over there. Investigating that car across the inspector's watching him.
32 minutes.
What's that?
We got a screenshot of you sound like a pack of dogs eating. Ooh, let the dogs out.
I was telling somebody a funny story. Did I tell you this? I don't know if I think I ever told this online.
2753.
Funniest thing that ever happened to me. Well, there's been a lot of funny stories.
At Kellogg in 7th with Minnesota George Frank. John 9.
This is the strangest story, though, ever.
Okay. George Frank John.
So Beeson and I are working together midnights.
Who are you working with?
Beeson.
Okay.
Mike Beeson.
Yep.
We're working together midnights.
33 minutes.
Are you holding that, or just trying to that little knob there? Or is it?
I was just getting it set just right.
Just right. So we're working midnights. It's 3 in the morning.
210 case number.
We're driving down Como,
Case number is going to be 097.
and all of a sudden,
That's suspicious intent in 1933.
a pack of dogs, I kid you not,
259.
40 dogs are running alongside us down Como. We're going westbound on Como from Lexington. We're like by the fire pits there. There's literally a pack of 40 dogs. Of course, at 3 o'clock in the morning, you think you're going crazy, right?
Right.
But this is a true story. And it happened more than once. And the Dog Pound and the Humane Society, which are right there on Beulah there, had gotten burglarized, and somebody let all the animals out. And they all stuck together. All the dogs stuck together.
No kidding.
That's a true story. Running as a pack. Right down Como Avenue. So when you say we sound like a pack of dogs, I literally remember it's like they're running. It was like in my mind, it's like this is greyhounds running alongside our car. Craziest thing. It's like when you're in a boat and the dolphins come up alongside you.
Just like George Clooney and his partners in Brother, Where Art Thou?
Yeah.
They stuck together when they made their escape.
They did. Exactly.
213.
One of the most bizarre things I have ever experienced in my life, and it only happened to me once. It was when I was a cop down in San Antonio, and I was on the midnight shift. And on the east side of town, there was this huge cemetery that had city streets going right through the middle of it. And it's like 3 in the morning, and I'm driving up this street, and there's all of a sudden a bunch of little eyes brightened by the headlights, all crossing from one side of the street to the other. I'm talking thousands. So I, of course, had to stop my car to see what they were. tarantulas.
No.
Thousands of tarantula spiders crossing the street.
That's really weird.
Yeah, it was.
Female on Miss 55.9 heavy build ring.
I shook my pant legs real well to make sure none had crawled up.
That's really crazy.
35 minutes.
Were they from Transylvania? Was there Dracula in the cemetery?
And you, Joe, if you're watching the comments scrolling, you see how fast they go. We occasionally see a comment and occasionally respond during the live feed. We try to respond to some in the subsequent days when we go through the comments.
Well, it all really depends if Pat's on his game or not.
Exactly.
We're going to drive through our historical dead spot right up here. Charles McCubbin nickel joint, because it always seems to die up here. So we're going to see if Verizon is better in this particular area.
Well, we have about a third of a bag of chips left.
What do you say?
So we ate 320 calories for the person inquiring. Between the three of us.
Dill. They were dill.
And they were dill, so there's a vegetable element involved.
Yeah, that's right.
Copy the plate at 37 minutes.
Dill pickle. All right, well, let's see if Verizon does any better in this spot.
801 County Road, David.
Doesn't look like it's doing any better.
Male is heard screaming.
We're good.
Are we?
Yeah, oh, yeah.
How about that one?
Yeah.
2753, we're code 4.
2753, copy code 4 at 37 minutes.
Well, the nickel joint is closed. And worry not, the chips that Joe spilled, we ate them. We ate them. I'm not shy to say
Well,
it.
there's only a very small part of the chip actually hitting the ground or the console. It's just the edge.
That's right.
His chips are contoured in a way that only the edge can touch.
Message reference to Cedar Street, call is sent to your screen.
Yeah, I don't think that the...
Copy, we're flying into it now.
On a regular basis, I don't think the
Thank you, good evening.
dog pounder of the Humane Society is burglarized. I think that was probably 1980.
We're looking for something like that right there.
1980.
That's what.
220.
220.
Clear with a stop into the PCN with Corporal House.
Not it. Want to see if this is a new plate, though, Joe?
Yeah, go ahead.
887 Uniform Hotel Lima.
What year is the Tahoe we're looking for?
Suburban. I don't have the year. I didn't write the year.
Is it a little newer, though? This one's
No, it's an older one.
Oh, true.
That
It
sounds
is a
about right.
Suburban, too.
Is it? Does it say that there's a previous plate listed?
No.
Okay.
But you're talking about...
That's good, again.
Yeah, from that bulletin.
Yeah.
Well, let's go back to words. See what's happening. See if see if Tony wants to get out here.
5180, we're code 4.
5180, code 4 at Fort Knox.
Just sit here for a little bit.
201. Put us out with 174.
9 November Foxtrot. 734, I think. 734, I believe. One of those.
Is that a Challenger or what?
Camaro, I believe.
He's just trying to be funny or what?
304. 9 November Foxtrot 304.
That's always clear.
Go ahead.
Mine. November.
161. Fletcher Avenue. Maps later.
Oh, Joel, why don't you jump out? We'll have a conversation with him.
In the person that refused to answer any additional questions.
It's clear? Okay.
Well,
What's the owner's name?
Damon.
Oh, leave Pat in the car. You're going to take this guy.
41 minutes.
Tango, 7126. 57 Tango, go for both. 5445 Jackson Drive on a DOC. 2 males that are 120.
120.
Throw me on an investigate Hamlin Marshall. Just either heard 2 gunshots or 2 fireworks in the area.
Copy Hamlin and Marshall, there's a squad disturb.
114. I had a visual, was aerial fireworks.
Aerial fireworks at Hamlin and Marshall. Squad thought it was shots at first.
Oh, good. He was showing off a little bit, but he didn't run. He said he's 45. He's too old to run. You know.
Last squad go again, you didn't come through. 161.
Oh, there is. What's going on? We were just over there, but the old nickel joint's closed. Right?
We got inside, so if you get in about 6, just go.
Okay.
Yeah, and then there was
Copy, 43 minutes.
a bunch of stop signs, and I just didn't even get a chance to see it.
All right. Thank you for telling me that.
Yeah.
Appreciate it. Have a good one. Thank you. Thank you.
There are some gals in the parking lot here that said black sedan just pulled off. Occupants might have to guns. And that's on this motion. Richie, they're saying that that white vehicle that just went westbound on Larpenter.
Huh, where are we at?
Took the lamp later.
Copy.
Okay.
270, I copy. You're going to have 2 vehicles. First is a black sedan. Occupants possibly had a vehicle. Second is going to be a white SUV that went westbound on Larpenter.
White SUV. Probably.
Well, Lex on, see if it comes down.
Or Dale.
Yeah, but I'm figuring somebody else has got to have Dale, right?
You'd hope.
Already played info with that vehicle or not?
No. As long as we're here.
.270 or 266.
And this one right here?
Already plate information.
Yeah.
Has a gun in it.
Sounds are negative.
Copy. No plate information in 44 minutes.
22.
22.
You can probably dupe that shots fired into 120's fireworks. Or just a block of fireworks.
Burning?
Yeah, I
Not
saw
us,
that.
is it? Well, I told him if you're going to show your engine off, you better make sure there's some women around. Because, yeah, it's just showing her off as a bunch of guys. So 2 miles, 30 miles an hour, 4 minutes. Assuming there's a 2.5 minute delay in the call coming in. He probably was. He could have, if he was at Lexington, he'd already be there. If he was southbound, he'd probably be down to Lake Como.
100.
Let's just see if we can.
That call impending. That can be related to 120's call.
Is there a call impending, Joe? Related to the lamplighter?
Police, so it's going to be the area of Hamlin 94, for where they're headed.
So I'm trying to get info, but one of the gals screaming upstairs.
270, copy. You're attempting to get additional information at 46 minutes.
What the hell are we doing?
So the area of Hamlin 94, called in by a state trooper, advising he heard 2 to 3 shots, no time delay, possibly between Hamlin and Lexington.
That's going to be the same as the aerial fireworks.
Yeah.
We're up to Ivy now. I'm not pursuing or anything, I'm just trying to get to plate.
7157 Tango.
Northbound, right there.
Fireworks.
216. Copy.
George, Mary. What?
318, I'm clear the last, send me that last call.
If this E squad catches up to this car and gets the plate, I'm going to read it off, Joe.
Okay. 4470 PT.
What are we looking for?
326, Golf Fox,
Wire should be
That's it?
For the Larpenter one.
Yeah.
696.
What, but no other car at this point? Just an
Well, there's a
SUV.
black sedan and possibly.
I'm currently code 4. Is there a central squad that could come by my stop real quick?
It's a suspect. White SUVs.
268.
Westbound Larpenter. From, right.
268, copy. She's en route at 47 minutes.
Traffic here at Whitemer, Iowa.
Well, things have definitely started to pick up a little bit.
.660 out on Vandalia with racers.
Where is he at with 660?
660, I copy.
Vandalia.
Sent Pat a text regarding the tree racers.
You did?
And you. From our friend.
Probably end up at Uni and Dale later, huh?
318, I'm with them. Heavy.
311 unsafe.
Just FYI, Marston's
Four
up
minutes.
on a traffic stop with a juvenile driver. They're just waiting for a parent to come and take ownership of the car.
Are they arresting the guy or
No,
just?
I think they're just waiting for mom.
Okay.
Not a valid driver.
Very good.
5181, 83.
A 51 number, and we're right up here in Roseville. Here we go.
83.
There we go.
2970 Mildred Drive North, which is sort of like, can't believe.
Information I got per UMPD. They are advising of 20 to 30 street racers that exit onto Kasota from 280 at 49 minutes.
Well, we might as well just, as long as we're down this way, huh?
A1 copy. 83 copy. Squad 311.
311.
Attempting contact apartment number 2. There's a loud yelling coming from the apartment. 3921. 3921. Century Avenue with a vehicle appears to be off the road. David Union Zebra 568.
Copy, eastbound 36.
Looks like Al's is open now, huh?
Yeah.
Well, it looks like he's. I mean, there's cars out here. Hey, Joe.
Yep.
Let's run in there. Go see if the door's open. See who's hanging out here. Just say hi to Al. Tell him Bob Fletcher said hi. If it's open, we're gonna turn around here.
Okay.
It's not open. There's just parking cars to repair next door.
3921, code 4, vehicles unoccupied. Code 4 unoccupied. 51 minutes.
I got in.
$81.96, 95. Yeah, thanks for both. 2260 Silver Lane, apartment 204. Anonymous well check.
270, taking status.
Comes requesting a welfare check on their neighbor.
Is he
He
open?
doesn't know the
Al
occupant,
was
but
open.
he's heard the cat.
Just let them finish up
Past
the game.
2
They
days.
close at
Cop
1.
knocked on the door.
Al
You
is a
can go
very
after, but
nice guy. He says he usually
strong
watches your
favorite.
program
Yeah,
and
you're
your
right.
broadcast. And
Good guy.
yeah.
That's heavy.
It's good. I've been coming here for 25 years. Well, maybe it's not that long.
5182.
Since I was in the jungle.
5182.
But it is 25 years.
Replacing 83 clear.
Yeah, that's about right.
Oh my goodness. I'd like to have a billiard hall. I think that would be a good business to run. Straightforward business. Who was it? Were they just, how many people were in there playing?
Gosh, probably about, I say, a dozen.
Yeah? Okay. Interesting. No trouble though?
No trouble. Very low key.
Cool. You remember that old movie where Jackie Gleason played
Yes.
the Hustler?
You
Yeah.
betcha.
Fats Domino, or what was who was
He was Minnesota Fats.
Minnesota
That's who
Fats.
he played, and it was Steve McQueen, right? Yeah, Steve McQueen was wasn't it? No, Steve McQueen was the Cincinnati Kid.
Yeah.
Was it Paul Newman?
Paul Newman.
Paul Newman
It was Paul Newman. I
wasn't it
think.
a remake to it with Paul Newman and what's his name? Tom Cruise.
We should look that
Yes.
up. But it was Jackie Gleason, right?
Yep.
He was in a serious part.
Yes.
Minnesota Fats or Minnesota. Yeah.
54 minutes.
Encouraged me.
I think Jackie Gleason was one of the greatest actors of all time.
The Honeymooners.
He's a funny guy.
Another serious role I highly recommend. It was Jackie Gleason, Steve McQueen, Yvette Mimieux, I believe. Soldier in the Rain. They were peacetime Army soldiers in the 60s in somewhere in the South.
There's a lot of good war type movies back then. A Bridge Too Far, you know. It was just classics. Well, I'm sure there are some racers that are watching us as they head into St. Paul.
At 311, your status.
TC Billiards, we remember it well.
Yep.
Squad 311, your status.
I got a pool table in our basement.
Stand by.
270.
I don't play that often.
270.
But it makes a hell of a serving table.
270, go ahead.
Subject here.
You know what's kind of sad is...
One more car there for now, please.
Anything about guns any longer.
326.
That car going.
En route.
270, copy, parties have calmed. No mentioning anything about weapons up to 6 minutes.
ARL 558.
Okay.
Hi, ladies, you lost?
90. I'm out from the shopping center.
No problem. We just watch for suspicious cars.
Oh, thank you so much. I thought it was
9174, go again.
I was like, oh no, it's actually Thank you
No problem. Yeah, thank you guys. Have a good night. As long as we're here, this Aspire Credit Union, this is their home office.
Squad to back.
And the guy that runs this, Dan Stoltz, probably one of the finest business people, kindest business people I've ever run into. I've gotten to know him pretty well over the last couple of years, and you see him on all his crazy commercials, right? Where he's got his pickup truck, he's got Viking quarterbacks, he's out in the...
Yeah.
Dan Stoltz, he's just really a class act. And
113.
very, very involved with the carnival as well, helps the carnival build that last ice palace. I got to know him when he built Spire in Badness Heights when I was the mayor. But I just want to give a shout out. Everybody sees his commercials and you wonder, is that the real genuine guy? It is. It's the genuine. Genuine guy, and this is, like I said, their administrative offices. But highly recommend it. And they've been working with us on our help program. You know, Chinu worked there.
Yeah.
We ended up getting an account here, and they've helped us out, donated a lot of money, and you know, I just Kirk Cousins, you know, Dan talked to him, and quarterback donated a large chunk of money to help people that were suffering during the pandemic. And you know, Kirk just was a very nice young man as well. So thanks to Spire Credit Union for everything you've done.
What does it call that? Willard's dangerous condition.
Which is cars racing?
Yeah.
Huh, that doesn't surprise me.
Just responded. Well, there was a large group of cars on LaFawn in the block of McCubbin and LaFawn.
Oh, we are about 12 minutes from restart.
Did anybody say anything about the fair? This little pre-fair preview? Did we get any comments there, Pat?
Somebody mentioned a car show, but we got tied up on something
the car
else.
show, there's the auto show, and there's the Back to the 50s. First there's the auto show, the Back to the 50s is in June. But there's like a pre-fair or a get back to the fair show on Labor Day weekend.
Yeah.
And I'm sure people are well aware of it because I've seen it advertised.
5181, we're code 4.
There is.
9174, check the status.
Got tickets in advance.
I think my wife bought some. I saw some show up on a credit card. I'm hoping that's what it was.
Is Paul Bucks on the right?
Well, it could be, but knowing my wife, she bought the Max. And there's probably a party package where you get tickets to Mancini's or whatever.
Somebody said the Back to the Fair is sold out.
Squad 9174.
Well, I hope my wife goes on it then.
Checking status. Copy control. 0 minutes.
To the fair.
226. Clear advice. 224. Good.
I'm very excited about the state fair coming back.
Me too.
You don't realize how much you miss it till you miss it.
My must-haves are a corn dog,
9173.
some
9173.
deep fried olives. They're wonderful.
Can you start a second call on Sentry?
Now, I know we had this conversation before, but I don't remember the answer.
Squad back 3515 Avenue North.
Pronto Pup?
Pronto Pup versus corn dog, yeah.
Pronto
Good
Pup,
advice, student housing and comp advising of underage drinking at the location.
Pronto Pup is fried basically in like a pancake batter, and corn dogs are in a cornmeal batter. And I'm a corn dog guy all day, every
Can you
day.
change this from the current title to...
We are not going to be gone long tonight. Because outside of Pat's yawning, we're ready to keep rocking and rolling. So we are southbound on Raymond, coming up on
Energy Park
Race
Drive.
Car City. Just gotta watch out so you don't get broadsided by a car.
Yeah.
Right.
Charity to assist medics for a 40-year-old female with chest pain.
Squad
Female party is being aggressive with staff.
No, we don't have to separate the YouTube, so we'll just, when we stop, we'll just let Facebook settle in and then just start again in a minute or two.
What am I hearing?
Copy.
What was that?
That's Joe's, I think.
No?
4438, 4481.
100.
There's the infamous co-op.
Willard is clear now. You can mark it
There's
by.
Rob and Dave Tim.
Cancel the
Shot and killed. Two offenders or one? Remember that?
What's that?
Dave Tim.
You got a couple
Oh,
there.
Killed there at the
two.
two offenders. Officer Dave Tim working off duty. Two offenders with guns came in to rob the co-op.
9174.
Dave Tim was a range officer, and he was an excellent shot. And he did not miss.
The robbery did not go as planned by the robbers.
Yeah, go.
All right, well, we're right out in the area where the racers are. We're gonna hang out here for about 2 minutes. We will be right back. So let's go ahead and
All right.
pause it, and we'll try to see. We'll